Alrighty, what's good, everyone joining up the stream right now? How's everybody doing today? We're going to start getting people up here in a quick second. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. As always, we are just looking for debates. What's up, everyone joining in? We just started up the stream. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We're going to start getting people up here in a quick... Oh, hold up, can't hear me. What? You should be able to... Oh, it's just here on TikTok. One second. It's just here on TikTok. Let me quick fix that. There we go. All right, everything should be fine now. What's up, everyone? You should be able to hear me here on TikTok. What's up? How's everybody doing? I am sick today, everyone. I am a bit sick, so hopefully I'll be fine. But I am feeling better now than I was earlier, so that is good. That is good to hear, or good to feel, actually. What's up, everyone? I did just post a clip associated with me going to debate some of the people in Washington, D.C. The audio, again, is so fucked up that I don't even know if people will enjoy the clip, so we'll see. It's very unfortunate, but we live and we learn, you know? We live and we learn. We're going to start getting people up here for debates here very, very soon. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Let's get the first person up here for debates for today. What's up, Courtney? What's up, Katie? What's up, Alex? What's up, Miss Meg? How you doing? What's up, MJ? What's up, Arena? How you doing? What's up, CNT? What's up? Hey, you can add that one to it as well. What's up, everybody joining in? What's up, Aaron? What's up, A is in space? How you doing? Does the audio sound good, everyone? I want to make sure the audio sounds good before we add someone up here for today. Seems like it does sound good. Alrighty, let's get the first person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
24.
And do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Donald Trump.
Okay, for sure. So you have a American flag in your profile picture, and your name is My America 1776. Can I ask you one fundamental American value that Donald Trump has not undermined? Can you tell me? Sorry.
Border.
And I said one fundamental American value. Border isn't. Are you saying the existence of a border?
Protecting the people.
I think he's done the complete opposite of that. Especially when he prevented the release of the Epstein files purposefully. That's not protecting the people. Tina, thank you so much for the Future City. Thank you very much, Tina.
A strong border is going to help protect the American people.
Okay, and what measurable way has your life benefited by Donald Trump imposing his mass deportation policy?
I mean, just all of the names of people that are not with us anymore or have been raped, murdered, and all these illegal immigrants have come over the borders. So Donald Trump has done a much better job than the Biden-Harris administration.
Okay, so did you know that specifically that undocumented immigrants are multiple times less likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country compared to natural-born U.S. citizens?
They're 92% more likely to commit crime than legal immigrants.
No, they're not. They're less likely to commit crime than legal immigrants as well. There's a bibliography in my bio you can check out.
Not true.
You can find this from pnas.org. You want to bet?
Pull up Cato Institute. Pull up Cato Institute.
Yeah, tell me, what's the title for the Cato Institute study that says that legal immigrants commit a lower level of crime comparative to undocumented immigrants? What's the title of the Cato study?
Give me 1 minute to pull that up, but I definitely do have it.
Welcome, everyone joining in from Dean Stream. If you're here, make sure to tap that screen. It helps get it out to more people. Follow if you haven't already. I am sick today. My throat has been hurting, so I'm going to be having cough drops the whole day. So if you hear that, it sounds a little bit different than normal. Or if you see me literally with something literally in my cheek, that's because of the fact that I have a cough drop, everybody. I got a little bit sick after the Washington, D.C. trip. But what's up, everyone joining in? If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up, everyone. It helps get it out to more people. Follow if you have not already. We go live literally every single day. Plus, I've been seeing a bunch of comments from people being like, get rid of the side part. And I literally saw a video of people trying to or saying me getting rid of the side part is way better. So I decided not to do a side part today. Everyone has been commenting that for some reason. I've seen too many comments about it where I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try it.
I have the article.
Go ahead. What's the title?
Illegal immigrant incarceration rates 2010-2023.
Immigrant incarceration rates. Cato Institute?
That's what I said, isn't it?
Alrighty. And where does it say that legal immigrants commit a lower level of crime? Oh, it says all immigrants, both legal and illegal, are less likely to be incarcerated than native-born Americans. It says legal immigrants have the lowest incarceration rate. Okay, I see what you're saying. Per 100,000, and illegal immigrants have a higher incarceration rate. That doesn't mean that they've more likely committed crime historically. That's just that they've been incarcerated relating to coming to the country undocumented. That's all you're saying.
It doesn't matter.
It's not that they're more likely to commit violent crime, property crime, or drug crime. It's just that when they come to the country undocumented, that they're likely to be incarcerated for being undocumented in the country. So you're misunderstanding the data there. And even so, they're still less likely than native-born citizens per capita. Hello?
So you're conceding that they get locked up more than the legal immigrants?
Yes, but not for violent crime, drug crime, and property crime. It's just for coming to the country undocumented.
Good boy. Thank you.
But they still commit less crime than natural-born U.S. citizens, so what's your argument?
Because it's avoidable. It's
what?
avoidable.
That's not making any sense.
Illegals are avoidable.
It says our estimates of low. Wait, it says our research finds that increasing immigration enforcement and deporting more illegal immigrants does not reduce the crime rate. Your own source says that deporting undocumented immigrants does not reduce the crime rate. That's what it just said.
I said border.
That's what the Cato Institute says, sir. It says deporting undocumented immigrants does not reduce the crime rate. Come on.
The Cato Institute on that proves you right, but I said border.
Wait, you just cited the Cato Institute. So the Cato Institute, your own source that you just cited, tells you that deporting people, mass deportation policy, does not reduce the crime rate. So you can't argue that you support Trump because he's making the country safer because you think his mass deportation policy is going to then reduce the level of crime. Because your own source that you just cited indicated that's not true.
The reason I brought this up was because you cited percentages. So in that sense, the Cato Institute was proving me correct.
Okay, but your own source that you saw to be a reliable source indicates that there's not a reduction in the amount of crime given the mass deportation policy being implemented. So would you accept this as a reliable source, or would you not accept it as a reliable source?
It is, but deportations are different.
If it is a reliable source, then deportation does not decrease violent crime or crime in general.
I said border. I said border. I did not say deportation.
Oh, okay. So then what type of border?
I said border.
When you say you enforce the border, that means deportation policy, right, genius?
No, I'm talking about the border.
Okay, so what were you talking about in terms of the border? What policies?
Well, the Biden-Harris administration got rid of DNA testing.
No. I'm asking you what policies Trump has imposed that you like relating to the border.
They let in more under the Biden-Harris than Donald Trump.
Okay, so they were deporting more people under Trump. Is that your argument?
Biden halted the border wall construction the first day.
I'm waiting to hear a response. Actually, the bipartisan border bill that they were willing to pass would have built more wall than Trump has ever built under his administration.
It didn't require a bill. Trump actually showed that.
It did require a bill. Trump hasn't built the whole wall. He's built less than 1/4 of the wall, including refurbishment. So apparently we can secure the border without there being a wall. I guess liberals were right.
Yeah, but Joe Biden and Kamala Harris let in 2 million, and they got rid of DNA testing.
Yeah, that's specifically for sponsors because it's not necessary nor sufficient in being able to establish guardianship, and that the papers would establish necessary and sufficient conditions. So the DNA testing was just unnecessary and invasive and costly.
That's not true. If somebody showed up with a random kid, then they would be able to tell if that person was, let's say, the father or not.
What about adopted kids? Ooh, oof.
That is a good point, but what about kids being sold under child sex trafficking?
Yeah, they wouldn't have legal guardianship.
Do you not care about kids being sold under that kind of stuff?
I do. That's why I want to hold people accountable in the Epstein files, which Trump prevented the release of.
The Epstein files that Trump released, right?
No, he's prevented the release of all the Epstein files, even though he's legally obligated to release all of the files. The Epstein Files Transparency Act said, literally months ago, that he should have released all the files already. But they have purposely said they're not releasing millions of files. And they've even scrubbed files with interviews that contained allegations against Trump. Did you know that?
Which administration released the Epstein files?
I just told you he didn't release all the files, even though he's legally obligated to release all of them. They didn't have the capacity to release all of them until the Epstein Files Transparency Act, which was released in 2025.
Which administration, though? Can you tell me?
This was under the Trump administration, but it forced the Trump administration to do this because there was 100% vote in Congress except for one person. So it was a veto-proof vote in terms of the Congress. So regardless, Trump was saying that it's a hoax, and saying that anyone who wanted the release of files never supported him in the first place. He was calling people like Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene and telling them to not release the files. Do you not see that as evidence to say that he was trying to prevent the release of the files?
Well, it was a hoax that they were trying to get
Wait,
him.
Can you address what I just said? Can you acknowledge that those things are him trying to prevent the release of the files? Because this is people from your own side, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert.
Yeah, Boebert. You want to talk about Boebert?
Are we going to respond to what I just said?
Boebert actually disagreed with you.
No. Where did you see that?
When I was watching Taxpaying American, there's a video on Boebert. There's her saying that she was not pressured by the White House.
Okay, what's the source?
I believe it was the BBC, but you could also find it on the Real TPA.
If you'd like to tell me the title. And also, like, what is up with all of you guys just trying to come into my stream to advertise this guy? Did you get paid by him?
No. Do you want me to get the video for you? But no,
yeah, that's what I asked you for already. And if you cite me TPA, I'm just going to kick you. If you cite me TPA, I'm just going to kick you.
Give me 1 second and I will bring the video up.
I told you again, if you cite TPA, I will kick you.
I said I will get the video for you. Give me 1 second. That's just the reason I found the video.
Okay. Alrighty. Give him a second to find this information, everybody. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Give them a second. Because I would love to cite him this information. I would love for you to look up, this is from The Hill. Trump, allies reach out to Boebert, Mace, ahead of Epstein discharge petition deadline. If you'd like to go check that one out. Freddy, 5 Nights, thank you so much for the $10 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Adam, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Shout out to all the July babies, of course. Margaret, thank you for the $25 over on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Riley, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I thought of doing the voiceover, but I mean, it would be impossible to get the person I'm debating against. So that's what's a little bit unfortunate. Jana, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I always deal with uneducated guests. That's true. Thank you so much. And then Hannah, thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's exactly true. Thank you so much. Alrighty, give them a second to find this information. Let's see if they can find it. And I can also play you a clip of Marjorie Taylor Greene telling you that Trump purposefully called her and told her to not release the Epstein files.
You could play that clip right now. Just give me 1 more second.
No, for sure. Marjorie Taylor Greene says Trump told her to not release files. Watch, I'm going to find this before you find that, by the way. Alrighty. Give us a quick second.
I'll go over there and I'll sign my name on a discharge petition that all the Democrats are signing their name on. Talk about crossing the aisle. Me, a general in the MAGA army, crossing over to sign my name with a bunch of Democrats? Yeah, I did. That became a real issue at the White House. Well, I'll never forget it. I was in my office in the Rayburn building, and I got a phone call from the president. And he was at the White House, and he wanted to talk to me about the discharge petition that I'd signed my name on. And he said, Marjorie, you're going to have to take your name off that discharge petition. We can't let, this is a hoax. We can't carry this. This is a hoax. It's a Democrat hoax. And we've got to just put this away and stop doing this. And he said, my friends are going to get hurt. He said his friends would get hurt if we released the Epstein files. He said, Marjorie, these are good people. These are people you know at Mar-a-Lago.
Is that enough evidence for you?
I mean, only MTG says that, but I found the video. I'm just going to
wait. Someone who was like a cult-like in support of Trump, by the way, who defended him on literally everything
until she disagreed on all the policies, a lot of the policies.
No, on Epstein files. Until the Epstein files.
No, it was tariffs and Big Beautiful Bill. Actually, Parker, get your facts right.
I thought she supported the Big Beautiful Bill.
No, she didn't, but let me play the clip right now real quick. This is Boebert.
Alrighty.
Everybody listen to Boebert.
It's an administration who's going to continue to be transparent and honest, and we'll see what comes of it. But there was no pressure, and I mean, everybody was great and worked just well with me. That would have been lost under Joe Biden's leadership if he ever led at all.
But you don't feel like you've been marginalized in the world in any way by your position here?
No, I don't feel marginalized at all. President Trump is an amazing man. I stand by him. I stand by his administration and everything that he is doing to fix the mess of the Biden administration.
We all had to sit and watch.
That's just that she never said that she didn't get a call from Trump to take her name off the discharge position, which, by the way, I just cited to you, specifically relating to the Hill. And then also, MTG, she shifted on the Big Beautiful Bill after voting for it. So she voted for the Big Beautiful Bill. Did you know that?
It's not true. I could get you a longer version, too, if you...
Wait, did she vote for the bill? Can I have an answer to my question, sir? Did she vote for the bill, yes or no?
Even if that is true, I don't know.
No, not even if that's true. Yes or no, did she vote for the bill?
I am not sure, but even if
she
did,
did.
There was so many
she
other
voted
things.
for the bill. She voted for the bill. Now that you know that she voted for the bill, will you concede?
I mean, I think it happened afterwards, but there was a whole bunch of other reasons why they had a falling out.
Can you concede that she voted for the bill?
If you have a reliable source that she voted for the bill, I will concede that, yes.
Okay. I got you. Alrighty. You can find this specifically on her voting record if you'd like, or you can also find it on a report that was released specifically called SAD report. MTG admits she didn't read the BBB bill before voting it.
Screen?
What's up?
Could you bring it up on the screen? Could you bring it up on the screen?
No,
please?
you can just look it up. I gave you the title. The title is SAD report. MTG admits she didn't even read the big...
I can't trust you. You think men are women.
What type of pivot is this? I'm giving you a title of the source that you can look up, sir. Look it up. I'm telling you the title. Would you like to look it up?
But I thought you were
Wait, how about this? Then do you want to bet? Then do you want to bet?
I thought you were supposed to be some fancy platformer. I just want you to bring it up on the
screen. Do you want to bet,
so
sir?
Can see.
Do you want to bet?
How can we know that you're reliable too?
I'm giving you the title of the source. So can you tell me what? Do you want to bet?
Isn't it take you 2 seconds to just put it up on the screen?
Do you want to bet? Doesn't it take you 2 seconds to look it up?
I mean,
do you want to bet? Either look it up or take the bet.
What's the bet?
$100. She voted for it. You're cutting out of the app. You're cutting out, sir.
I'm cutting out.
Yeah. So yeah, would you like to bet? Push the galaxy.
I said I would. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I said that I would take the bet if you unblock tax-paying American. Beat him.
Okay.
Because you're crazy.
Take the bet.
So you'll unblock tax-paying American if.
Yeah, because you owe me $100. Yeah. You have to pay me the $100 before I do it, though.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do that? Because tax keeps on just cooking you.
No, I've destroyed him a million times. So would you like to take the bet? Because you owe me $100. If you pay me $100, I'll unblock him.
If you bring it up and prove it with a reliable source, but I mean,
now I have to prove it.
You have to bring it up on the screen, but if tax cooks you like your daddy Dean, you can't go and block him again.
Okay, so do you want to take the bet?
I mean, if you want to bring it up on the screen, sure. And I also do have the long Bobert version for you as well.
Okay, so yes, you said yes, correct?
If you're going to pull it up on the screen.
So you say yes. Say yes, I take the bet.
And what is, just to clarify, you are unblocking taxpaying American, and you will continue to yield the debate.
If you pay up, yes. You have to pay first.
On all like platforms.
You have to pay first.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here's on the screen right here. You can look at the title if you'd like.
Okay. Now, where is the record of her voting?
Yeah. Look at the article, sir. I just pulled it up on the screen.
It's an article. It's not voter record.
Wait, sir. She talks about how she voted for it within the article. She says, "Oh, full transparency. I did not know about this section. I'm adamantly opposed to this, and this is a violation. I would not have voted for it." Or no, sorry, I would have voted no if I had known this was in it.
That she did not support it. Thank you for proving me correct there.
She said she would have voted no, sir. That means she did vote yes.
I feel like taxpaying American the way I'm cooking you right now, honestly.
So you owe me $100?
She didn't support it.
So Venmo, PayPal, YouTube Super Chat, you can send it. You said that we asked the bet was on whether or not she voted for it, sir.
Yeah, but you said you had voter record.
Which, by the way, includes her admitting her voter record. I gave you a tweet of hers. This was her tweeting it out. She tweeted that out, sir. What do you mean you're denying this?
You said she supported it, and I said
that she voted for it. That was the bet. So you pay up.
Yeah.
Pay up. Where's the $100?
You said that you had the.
Sir,
record.
Where's the $100?
If you bring the record,
are you not going to pay up? Are you not going to pay up, sir?
You said you had the voter record.
So, dude, she literally tweeted this. I showed you her tweeting it.
You said before.
I showed you her tweeting that. I showed you her tweet, sir.
We need the record.
Sir, I just showed you her tweeting that, okay? If you're going to not acknowledge this bet, you're losing just like TPA always does. How embarrassing. Do you guys have a humiliation kink? You guys just all love losing repeatedly to me? You guys should keep sending your fucking all your henchmen. It's really fun. I can just get infinite content right off of destroying you guys repeatedly because all of you are so stupid. You guys are all so stupid. Please send your best henchmen. I love debating every single one of you idiots. You lose every single time. Like you just it's literally not only an infinite, it's literally an infinite buddy glitch actually, everybody. Look at this, everybody, infinite buddy glitch.
I guess you just got your feelings hurt if you're going to block.
You owe me $100. Where's the $100, bro?
But the point is that
where's the $100, sir?
She did not support the
bill.
bill.
Are you going to send me the $100?
I said before. If you pull up the voter record, I
wait. You didn't ask for the voting record before. You just asked for a source, sir.
Yes. I said if you put it up on the screen, and before you said the voter record, that's what you were saying. You said there's voter record, but the point here is as well,
How
after you bring up
dishonest
the
is this
voter
guy?
record, after you bring up the voter record for everybody, the point as well is that she did not support the bill, which is where this started in the first place. That's number 2 you concede. Boom, like it's number 2. That and the percentages from Cato. We're just keep rolling and rolling.
Your
Let's
own
go.
Cato source said that it reduced the crime rate, or it didn't reduce the crime rate through mass deportation. Not only that, but also I just cited to you MTG admitting she voted for it.
Again,
And you're saying that that's not good
voter
enough for
record.
you.
I mean, I voted for Donald Trump.
So you were unwilling to pay because you lost. So you're just like TPA. Whenever you lose, you're unwilling to admit you lost. By the way, are you Christian?
It doesn't make any sense.
Sir, do you think that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior?
Yes, I do.
You do. So then, doesn't Jesus Christ tell you to not lie? So why are you willfully sitting on the live stream right now by taking a bet and then not upholding by your own word?
I didn't lie. You
did lie.
Before,
you did lie,
bring
and
the
Jesus
record.
knows right now that you're lying.
If you had the record, you would bring it.
I
up
literally
right away,
just showed
and
you
get your-
MTG
No, that's
admitting
not the
she
voter
voted
record.
for it, sir. How many more
is not-
times, dude?
You said you had voter
This guy
record.
is so
again,
absurd, bro.
You're the one who's lying. You don't have the voter record.
Sure, I told you already. I gave you the source. You are unwilling to acknowledge this because you know you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. You said you had voter record. This is like, what
Hey,
are we
dude.
doing here?
Hey, dude, I've said this multiple times. If you listen, I don't need to show anything further because I just showed her admitting herself that she voted for it.
You said you had the voter record.
Sir, are you like unable to acknowledge this? Can you acknowledge that her admitting that she voted for it is her voting for it? Is good evidence of that? Can you acknowledge that?
It's not voter record.
Wait,
like
is
you
this good?
said.
Is this good evidence of her voting?
Can we admit that this is good?
Is it good? Is it good evidence of her voting?
Can we admit that this is good evidence?
Can
of
I
her
have an
not
answer to my
supporting the
question?
bill, like you said that she
Is
did?
this good evidence of the fact that she voted for it?
The article said she didn't support it, but again, put up the record.
Wait. So in the article, it had a tweet where she admitted that she voted for it. Is that good enough evidence that she voted for it?
Is there good enough evidence to understand that you lied saying you had voter record of this? You said you could just go look up the voter record.
So am I going to get a response?
I don't have to trust too many people out there, so like I'm not going to take anybody's words for it. So I want the record.
Okay, so you don't think it's good evidence that she admitted herself that she voted for it?
No, I want to see the voter record.
So it's not good enough evidence that she admitted herself that she voted for it?
No, because your prior statement was
Dude,
you had
these
the voter
people are
record.
crazy, bro. Right? It's literally her herself admitting that she voted for it, and he doesn't see it as enough evidence. Is there even a point for me to continue talking to you?
In the article, she said she didn't support it, number one, so I proved you wrong there. Number two, you
in
lied.
the article,
you
sir,
lied to
why do you
your-
keep citing that as if that proves your point? In the article, she said that she voted for it, and she would have voted
Well,
no.
that proved my point, buddy.
She said in the article that she would have voted no if she knew that this was an aspect of the bill. Which, by the way, that means she did vote for it. Okay? So if you're unwilling to engage with this point, that means you're lying, sir. That means you're lying.
You're lying that you said that you had the voter record. And you could just...
That wasn't the
access it.
bet, by the way. The bet was whether or not this happened. Do you agree?
Yeah, so we need record. We need full record
Which
proof.
is her claiming that
see that it
her
happened.
claiming herself that she voted
no,
for it.
that's not voter record. That's not
That's
voter record,
enough
sir.
of evidence.
Sorry,
Is that not
sir.
sir, is that not enough
Sorry, sir.
evidence to say that she voted for it?
If I'm making a bet, be a good boy and bring up the voter
No,
record.
you're the one that
please.
needs to be a good boy and send up the $100. We're waiting. Where's the $100?
Bring up
Where's the
record.
$100, bro? I'm
it
waiting.
takes 2 seconds, you and your little...
No, dude, I already showed you on the
Doodly-doo.
screen. I'm not going to do it again. It takes 2 seconds for you to
You
send me
didn't
the...
show me. You did not.
Dude, it takes 2 seconds for you to send me the money. How about you go send me the money? Because you owe me. How embarrassing. Okay? If this is the last time. If you choose not to do it, I'm just going to kick you and move on to the next person. I'm not doing this bullshit. You have literally one more shot.
One more trot.
Mm-hmm. I already have shown you evidence of her herself admitting that she voted for it.
Can you at least admit that you said you had the voter record?
Can I have a response? If you choose not to respond to me one more time, I will kick you from the stream. By the way, you just muted yourself. I didn't even mute you. You muted yourself. Would you like to unmute yourself and tell me? Give me a response. If you don't, I will kick you.
What? My response to what?
What did I just say? Did you hear it?
I believe
admitting that is good enough evidence that she voted for it.
I do not.
You don't think that's good enough evidence? Okay, I'm gonna go move on to the next person. You're just wasting my time, and you're never going to pay up anyway. So, done wasting my time. I think he's just trolling and trying to rage bait at this point because he knows that he's wrong. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
And what's your birth year?
2001.
And what month?
June.
Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, and what year did you graduate high school?
2020.
And you were 2001?
Yes.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Like the last guess, I'd probably say borders, economy.
Okay,
So,
borders,
yeah,
the economy. Can you name one economic metric that's better off since Trump got in office?
I can. Number one, I would probably go with gas prices, but could you tell me why you don't like him? Before, like for an even playing field.
Yeah, I mean, I would love responses to my questions before, but would you like to answer my question first?
I did give you an answer to that question.
What was the
but
macro
you-
indicator?
I said gas prices.
Okay, well, gas prices are higher since Trump got in office, sir. And that's also not a macro indicator.
Actually, when Trump got into the office, the gas prices were lower. Number one. Number two.
And then now it's higher.
Was in office, they
I
went
said
to
since he got in office, sir. So if it was lower when he got in office than it is now, that means you were wrong.
does not mean that I was wrong. Number one, and also if you go to the Biden-Harris administration with the Keystone Pipeline, there was that as well. They didn't.
I don't see
open-
how this is addressing my point. I asked you for a main macro indicator. Let me give you an example. Real GDP growth, real median wage growth, unemployment, inflation.
I mean, I'm gonna say general inflation.
Inflation has gone up since Trump got in office, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
But the thing is, if looking on the scale, you could see higher jumps. You're just looking at overtime. Overtime, everything is always going to increase. But when you
No,
look
we're looking at inflation. Inflation is specifically the percentage of increase in prices. Okay? It's not always going to increase more than what it was. Okay? Especially if you were at like around 2.9%. It's actually supposed to go to around 2%.
Your chat is calling me Squidward. That is very disrespectful.
Okay, well, if you'd like to cry about it later, make sure to grab some tissues at the store before you do so.
Well, you can cry like you do against all the others. Like
I'm not crying. You're the one who just complained about how people in the chat were calling you Squidward, sure.
that other guy who was talking about tax-paying American. You cried about him. You cried about all
I
this
didn't
other
cry about
stuff.
him.
I mean, I think you did cry.
No, I didn't.
It seemed
Can
like
I
you
ask
were
you a
upset.
question, though?
Yeah.
Can you thank Zach for the $100 over on YouTube Super Chat? Thank you so much, Zach. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We all know he wasn't going to pay up. Can you thank Zach?
Wait, that guy actually donated you the $100?
No, that wasn't the last guy. That was someone who watches my stream. Zach is really cool. He watches the stream all the time.
But so that was the My America donation. Did he? That's pretty cool. Good for him.
It wasn't him, sir. I just told you. Are you listening to me, sir?
Does that mean you're gonna unblock that other guy now?
So you're just like trolling.
I'm not. I mean, I already gave you inflation, the border, men and
Okay.
women in train.
Sir, if you're not going to respond to what I say, I'm just going to kick you. Okay? If that is too much for you to deal with is responding to the things that I say, well, then
My
I can
voice
find someone
cracked,
else who will respond to the things that I say, sir.
I did respond to the things you were saying.
Okay, so Squidward, can you thank Zach for the $100?
Thank taxpaying American for that. If the donation was correct.
So did you
That's a
get
good-
paid by
good job.
TPA as well?
What's TPA?
Who you just referenced, sir?
Oh, taxpaying American.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Are you gonna respond?
I already responded.
No, you didn't. All right, well, we'll just put you in timeout because you're just rage baiting. Ed Mondix, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now, as well as Zach again. Thank you so much for the $20. Thank you. I don't know why. I think he just sends a bunch of people into the stream. Like, I think that's his goal, is to find people so that they could like join the stream, because he like has to pay people to come up and do this, because otherwise he can't get any viewers in the stream. Is the issue. Lenny, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. By the way, it doesn't even work when he does this. So, Marianne, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, they can? All right. Well, I'll make sure to do that then. Well, thank you very much, Marianne. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Lenny, thank you for the $2. Ed Monix, thank you so much for the purchase of the $10. Thank you very much. Annette, thank you for the $3. Thank you. Gabrielle, thank you so much for the purchase of the $20. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. As well as Marianne, thank you for the 20. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I think it would be too much. I say that too much in the stream where it would be horrible. And then Ed Monix, thank you so much for the purchase of the $5 again. Thank you very much. And then also Gargoyle, thank you for the $10, and Gabriel, thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you very much for the kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, the guests have been absurd today. Lori, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Samantha, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Fiona, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. You know, exactly. I would love to do that as well. I'm going to keep doing that. Riley as well. Thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I actually saw that one earlier. Madeline, thank you for the $3. Thank you very much. Kendall, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Matthew, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Lorraine, thank you so much for the $30. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my God. I remember that. I do remember that. That's amazing. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. It was really nice to meet you in DC. Really nice to meet you in DC. As well as Matthew, thank you for the $10. Kendall, thank you for the $5. I hope I feel better soon too as well. And then Kristen, thank you so much for the $200 over on Venmo. That is so kind of you. Just saying thanks for what you do every day. Thank you so much, Kristen. I really appreciate the $200. That is nuts. Holy shit. Can we get some W's for Kristen in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Kristen. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Again, hey, Liberty Loves, can you thank Kristen for the $200?
Hey, how's it going?
Can you thank Kristen for the $200?
Is he giving me $200?
No.
If you thank taxpaying American for teaching you.
All right, later, bud. All right, I think that they're trolling. Let's just go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Let's get a real person up on the stream. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Again, Kristen, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. It's good to be back on the streams. I am feeling better now than I was earlier, so I'm happy that I'm feeling better now. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker, I'm coming, wait for me.
Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. We are just looking for debates. We're about 40 minutes in the stream. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. It really helps push it out to significantly more people. I would really appreciate it. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Alrighty, let's go to the next individual here. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
They sound young. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Dude, oh my god. Apparently the US World Cup game right now has like 63 million viewers on TikTok. Isn't that nuts, dude? I've never seen a live with 63 million. Oh, wait, actually, it's views overall. That's still nuts, dude. That's so crazy. I've never seen a live on TikTok with that many views. That's like so insane. Yeah, the U.S. is behind. If you are worried, it is 3-1. Belgium is up. Let's go to the next person here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. We are just looking for debates. Castaway or Mary, thank you for the $5. Yeah, he is very desperate. You know, what's up, how old are you?
I'm 18.
And do you support Trump?
Yeah.
And what's your birth year?
2008.
And what month?
I just turned 18 like 2 months ago.
Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I think he's like a good overall person, and I agree with his policies on like immigration and abortion.
Okay, could you tell me what policies on immigration or abortion that you support?
I just like what he's done with ICE, with keeping illegals out of the country.
Okay, how does that
Getting
benefit the
illegals
country
out
or
of the
benefit you?
It helps with employment.
We've seen unemployment increase.
I know, but jobs that were taken, that's not the causation.
Okay, can you point to me anything Trump did to bring back jobs to the country?
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that he brought more back overall, but getting rid of the illegals could have brought back some.
No. Because undocumented immigrants also create jobs in our economy. Did you know that?
Yeah, and they also don't pay taxes.
They do. Paid over 100 billion taxes in 2022.
I mean, that's documented. How much undocumented?
No, this is undocumented.
So how is that even a real source?
What? Because they can still estimate it because of I-10s.
So it's just an estimation?
Yeah, all numbers in the economy are estimations, including our GDP number.
Okay.
Including the inflation, including the unemployment number, including the employment number, including job growth, including every single metric of the economy. So,
okay. I don't know. Why should I not support Trump then? Like,
he's a rapist. He tried to undermine our democracy, called for the termination of the Constitution. He called for the execution of some Democrats because they said to follow the law and not follow unlawful orders. He kicked children off of free school lunch and breakfast to the tune of 420,000 kids on average every single month.
Why isn't he in prison then?
For sexual abuse?
Yeah.
Because of the statute of limitations, which means after a certain amount of years, regardless of the amount of evidence, that you can't try them in a criminal court.
I mean, or it could just be false.
No, that's not a response.
I mean, I don't know how anyone would get away with you're calling him a rapist.
It's true. He was held civilly liable. He's a violent sex offender. Would you ever support a violent sex offender for president?
I wouldn't.
Okay, well then you wouldn't support Trump.
I mean, he was already elected. If you're saying that he is.
No, I'm asking you, like, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for, given the information that you have right now?
I mean, Trump can't run again. He's already done 2 terms.
I understand that, sir. Would you like to still respond?
No.
Okay, bye. Like, what? Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello, Parker. I'm 22.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
What's your birth year?
2004,
And what month?
April.
And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump, 100%.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Well, I'll go as far to say as, immigration policies, getting the illegals out of the country, quite frankly, and
Can
That's
you
why I
name
support
one
Trump.
benefit that the mass deportation policy has had on your life?
not necessarily in my life, but they got rid of rapists.
Okay, so you don't want rapists in the country?
No, not at all.
So why do you want them in the Oval Office?
There isn't one.
There is one. Would you let someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman legally enter the country?
Repeat that?
Would you let someone held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman legally enter the country?
I don't know.
You don't know? Excuse me. You don't know? Hello?
And that's what Charlie Kirk would want.
You said what?
That's what Charlie Kirk would want.
A violent sex offender in the Oval Office?
Yeah.
So then why do you agree with that? Okay, all right, let's go on to the next person. This guy's wasting our time. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Looks like all these Trump supporters are scared to debate today. By the way, everyone, again, I am sick today. I am sick today, getting over a sickness I got from when I was debating people on July 4th in Washington, D.C. So I'm getting a little bit of a sickness here. Just letting everyone know. So if you hear me sound sick at all throughout the stream, that's what it is. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 18.
Really hard to hear them. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Alrighty, let's go to the next person here. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Alrighty, everyone. Again, if you like the content, make sure to follow. If you haven't already, tap the screen, everyone. It helps get it out to more people. Let's get this next person up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo.
Yeah, how old are you?
Yeah, bro, I'm 18.
And do you support Trump?
Bro, no, I just wanted to ask you about...
We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alyssa, thank you so much for the $20 for I heard you lost all the footage from DC. Basically lost all of it because the audio is just so bad. I tried posting a clip here for today. I doubt it's going to be watched by many people just because, the audio is so atrocious that people will likely just scroll right past. But I will try to post YouTube videos including all of the information, and I'll try to make sure it's captioned and whatnot for everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
39.
And do you support Trump?
Yes.
Election held today, Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump any day.
Alrighty, let me make sure to catch up. Alyssa, again, thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. And thank you for the kind words telling me to feel better. Thank you very much. As well as Nicolette, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. And oh my gosh, I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you have a quick recovery. That's a lot to go through. And happy early birthday to you. Happy early birthday. Of course. Thank you so much, Nicolette. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you have a good birthday. As well as thank you very much for I think it was the Galaxy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate Bleep. Thank you. Alexandria, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I must have just not seen it. Thank you very much for telling me. And then also Carolina, thank you so much for the $11. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much for the kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Carolina. W's for you in the comment section. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words. Let's go into the next conversation here. Alrighty, why do you support Trump? Hello? Sir, are you there? Steven, you there?
Yeah, you were lagging really bad.
Okay. Why do you support Trump?
What's up? Why not?
How about you just tell me why you do support him?
He's the best president I've seen. He'd have done way better than Kamala.
Embarrassing.
Way better than Joe Biden. Way
Embarrassing.
Better
What
than Obama.
makes you think that?
What's embarrassing? That we have people your age sitting here telling people we're wrong? You guys have no clue how life works. I've already debated Dean, and you're next. You guys are a bunch of college kids who sit here and make money on TikTok off of these poor people.
So I'm 24 years old. I already have a degree. And
So
also,
why not?
could Joe Biden say the same thing to you because you're a lot younger than Joe Biden? So therefore, Joe Biden's right and you're wrong because Joe Biden's older.
You just sat here and told a guy that Donald Trump is the reason inflation is so high.
It's true.
Has inflation gone up 497% since 1952?
I don't know what the inflation rate was in 1952. I'd have to look at the
I can tell you it
specific
has.
number.
It
Are you
goes up
saying
every
cumulatively, though?
4 years. It doesn't matter who the president is. That's why the house now to buy may cost you $250,000, but back in 1950, that same home would cost you $30,000. It's not one president's fault inflation's up.
Oh, well, inflation has gone up under Trump's term because of the fact that he's imposed tariffs and started the war with Iran, which caused inflation to go up to 4.2%. And when he inherited it under Biden's administration, it was 2.9%.
Okay, so why should we let Iran chant death to America?
Okay, so we actually had a deal that capped their level of enrichment of uranium at 3.67%,
I don't care about the
which would have been
Obama
in
deal.
place
That
until
was
2030.
sketchy, done
Donald
up
Trump
overnight.
pulled us out of that agreement, which led to them enriching their uranium up to 60%,
Yes, like he
which is
should've.
closer to the 90% required in order to weaponize it in the very first place.
Yeah, you realize the same party that you're arguing for said the same thing until it was Donald Trump that was against them, correct?
No, before Trump was even there, they established the JCPOA.
I think you missed what I said.
Maybe I did.
Even
Would you like to restate
Obama said Iran could not enrich uranium. Bill Clinton said Iran cannot enrich uranium.
I
George
don't know if
Bush
Bill Clinton said that.
Iran cannot enrich uranium. It didn't become a problem. He did. It didn't become a problem until Donald Trump said it. Just like immigration didn't become a problem until Donald Trump said it.
No, it was a problem. That's why there needed to be the JCPOA. I mean, they enriched up to 20%, so then we capped them specifically at 3.67%. Donald Trump pulls out
This
of
is
it, they
how I
get
know
up to
you're 24
60%.
years
That's
old,
higher to the
and you don't
90%
know what
required in order
happened
to enrich.
prior to the Donald Trump.
Hey, sir, can you have some self-control
You
and
don't
chill real
understand.
quick?
You
Is
only
that
care
possible?
what happened under President Trump.
Hey, sir, could you have some self-control
No,
real quick?
can you? I'm asking you a question you can't even
You're
answer.
you're so much older than
Sure,
me.
go
Why
ahead.
can't you be mature enough to have some self-control and let me speak? I thought you're so much older. I thought you're so much more mature.
Yep, sure, go ahead.
Don't mature people have self-control? That was a
Aren't
question
you
you're
the one that
supposed to
sits here
answer,
and
sir.
makes fun of people all day long? You just sat here and called that guy Squidward. Why don't you show respect to people if you expect it back?
Okay, well, I disrespect people that disrespect me, and you have to understand that I wasn't disrespecting him first. I was doing it in response, and you also have to earn respect. You don't just deserve it by existing. Like, I typically say that if someone engages in actions, right, that could then mean I feel justified in giving them a little bit of disrespect. Now, with the situation with the individual that you're talking about, that was the chat that called him that, and then he was super rude to me, and then I responded with being like, okay, Squidward. So, yeah, I think that's justified. I don't have an issue with that.
Oh, no, I didn't hear him say anything actually rude back to you. He just asked you to kindly ask his chat to stop calling him Squidward, and then you went ahead and called him Squidward.
That was after he said stuff that was
Like, you
disrespectful.
can't sit here and tell everybody that you're here for... Are you here for the good of America, or are you here to line your own pockets?
I'm here for the good of America, and
Don't
then this
lie.
is also my job.
No, you're not. Yeah. How much money do you make? Tell everybody in the chat how much money you make.
I made $1 trillion last year.
How much did you make? Sorry, you lagged.
$1 trillion last year.
Yeah, see, I like how you lie. Tell them how much you make.
I told you $1 trillion. I am literally a
You
trillionaire. I'm the world's most ethical
Yeah, you
trillionaire.
didn't. And that's the problem with you and Dean. You guys are only here to make the money.
Yeah, money, money, money,
I
money,
debated
money,
Dean
money,
2
money,
weeks ago,
money.
same conversation.
Dollar, 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 dollar. Ching, ching.
And you're
Paula,
still
thank you
gonna
for the
lose
$20. Thank you
election.
very
We've
much,
seen
Paula.
that.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Dominique, thank you for the
So
$5.
tell
Thank you
me
very
why
much. I really
I
appreciate it.
shouldn't.
Thank you. I will try to get well soon. Thank you so much, Dominique. I appreciate it. Thank you. Marina, thank you so much for the $3.
So
Thank you very much.
Can you give me a reason
Thank
why
you so
I
much,
shouldn't
Marina.
vote for
I
Donald
appreciate
Trump?
it. Thank you. Oh, it didn't show me the message. Sorry, go ahead.
Can you tell me why I shouldn't vote for Donald Trump?
Because he's a grifter. Appreciate the galaxy. Because he specifically passed policies that cut children off of free school lunch and breakfast. He called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. He's an adjudicated rapist. He
Hold
pardoned
on.
violent
Do we
rioters to
not
be
make
police
amendments to
officers
the
and called them
Constitution all
patriots.
the time?
What's that?
Do we not make amendments to the Constitution all the time?
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Okay. But we've changed the Constitution. That's what we do over time. It happens.
We do that.
We wouldn't have women voting. We wouldn't have black people free. We would if we didn't
Wait.
amend the Constitution.
Yeah, of course.
So
But
someone
the
speaking
amendments didn't
about
happen under
things-
Trump's term.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's going to try to get an amendment. He's spoken out loud about things he wants to do.
Like what? What
And that's
amendment?
just what he said. Has he done anything illegal? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Named all those things. What has he done?
Yes,
What?
he's purposefully not released all the Epstein files, even though he's legally obligated to do so. He's convicted of 34 felonies. I can point to countless other
The
laws he's
34
broke.
felonies is false. We know. Okay.
No, it's not.
Has anybody in history ever been charged with 34 felonies for what he got charged with? Or is it normally a misdemeanor crime? What turns it into a felony?
The predicate crime. So the specific reason
Yeah,
why this
what was the
predicate crime
predicate
was
crime?
applicable to him is because he was trying to prevent the information from coming out that could affect his election prospects. So he was falsifying business records with the explicit reason of it preventing information from coming out to affect his election prospects.
Did Hillary Clinton do the same thing in 2016 and get fined $18,000?
Did she falsify business records?
Yes.
Okay, what's the source?
Google it. You got a computer in front of you.
No,
I
what's
don't
the-
need to.
what's
I
the
know
source?
it. At Google, if Hillary Clinton
That's a search
committed the
engine.
same crime Donald Trump did.
I'm asking for
I
a
don't need a
source,
source.
not
I
a
already know
not a
it.
not a search engine.
This is what's wrong with you young kids, man. I don't need to tell you. You could literally look it up.
Are you
It's
too
not
old to
hard.
look it up
Hillary
yourself?
Clinton did the same.
Are
he
you
was the
too old
first
to do
person in
research?
history. No, I've already looked it up.
Okay, so then look it up. Then go find me it,
I
and
do
then
my
send it to me.
research. I've come here with plenty of facts.
Okay,
I
so
don't-
then
why would I
tell me
do
the
that? I'm
facts.
sitting
Tell me
on
the
my
source,
phone
sir.
In my sunroom.
So,
I'm
sir,
not sitting
tell me
in
the
front of
source.
the computer.
You are. You have a phone in your hand.
I don't need a source.
Did you know that phones
All
are
right, you got a bunch
computers?
of
Oh,
chat
look at this
telling me
guy.
to Google
Look at this guy. He doesn't know that phones are computers.
I do.
Okay, so you do have a computer in front of you.
Yeah. Yeah. I do not. I
Your
have
phone is
cell
a computer,
in front of me.
sir.
I have a really good computer in the room. I'm not going to my house. I'm not going
Okay,
to
so then
argue
why
with
don't you
some
use
kid
that
in front of my
computer?
children. What I'm asking you is, if you're going to know this knowledge about Donald Trump, how come you don't know about Hillary Clinton?
Well, I'm waiting to hear anything that indicates
not
that
hard.
Hillary Clinton
She committed
falsified
the same
business
crime.
records with the explicit reason of hiding hush money payments to then not affect her election prospects.
She committed the same exact crime.
Yeah, and I'm waiting to
Name
hear.
one other person
When was
in
she
history
charged?
that's been charged a felony for that.
When was she charged?
I don't know. It was like March 2017 is when they officially charged her.
Nope, she
They
was never
charged
charged.
her and the campaign manager. Yes,
She was never charged
She
for
was fined
falsifying business
$18,000.
records.
Okay.
So give me the source. I'll wait.
And I don't need to give you a source.
Oh, okay,
I
'cause-
literally, you can just
so-
Google it. She committed the same crime. It's not hard.
Do you know what that is, sir?
Yeah, you're reading a blank page and you're going to read a source off your blank book.
No. Read this. What does it say?
That's what you are. You sit here and make
No, this
thousands
is what
of
you
dollars
are,
off these
sir.
poor people.
That's
no,
your
you
source.
sit here and make thousands of dollars off these poor people a day and tell them a bunch of lies. You have no clue. You
What
have no
lie?
clue.
Name one lie. And it sounds like you're really
I'm-
jealous that people are sending me money. Keep coping.
I'm asking you. Okay.
Are you mad, bro?
What person in history?
Are you mad,
what
bro, at
person
people
in
sending me
history has been
money?
charged with the
How
same
mad are
crime?
you, bro?
No, I'm mad that you lie to them.
I never lied once. You can't even prove one
Just
time
like
I lied.
Dean lied to everybody.
I never
sits
lied.
here and debates
Yeah, I
with.
never lied. You can't point to a specific
Dean sat
reason.
here calling people fat, a bunch of derogatory terms,
Where's
and
the
acts like
galaxy?
he's a perfect person. It's
I,
just like
I don't
you.
think
You
Dean
guys
ever
do
acted
it
like
to
he was
make
perfect,
money.
and I also don't know a single circumstance of him doing that. But
Just Google it, my friend.
Okay.
It's not hard.
Just Google it.
It's
yeah.
not
And
hard.
also, by
Yeah.
the way, Trump's.
why did you sit
wait,
here and
hold
argue
up.
with the guy that
Hold up.
you
Watch
called
this. Watch this.
Squidward
Hey,
that-
dude. Pigs fly. Google it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Did you know that pigs can fly? Google it.
Pigs flying.
Dude,
I'm
Google
gonna
it.
Google it
Pigs
right
can
now.
fly. Did you know that? Look it up right now. I see I'm looking it up. Marine, thank you for the $5 for all the lies. Thank you so much for supporting the lies. Thank you. Brand, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. So let me get this straight. Ultra-right MAGA silly goose has
see
an
how easy
issue
that
with the
is?
amount
No,
of money
pigs
Parker
can't
makes.
fly.
How uncapitalist of him. Yeah, he's an anti-capitalist, actually. Chewbacca,
Oh, no,
thank you so much. Really
it's
appreciate the
the fact that you
$10. Thank you
lie
very
to
much.
these people,
For tell this
knowing
guest to
that
quit
you're lying
complaining
to
about
them
how I spend my
to
money.
make money.
I will make sure to tell him to do that.
Yeah.
Metalizer, thank you for the
And
$2.
you'll
Thank you very
still
much. I really
lose.
appreciate Metalizer. Ultra Ocelot, thank you for the
And you'll
$5. Thank you
still
very much. I
lose.
really appreciate it. Thank you. Did you hear about the ICE protester
Did you
sentenced
just
to
sit here
100 years
before
in prison?
telling
I'm surprised
Squidward-
you haven't brought this up yet. I actually have. It's fucking insane. It is crazy that they specifically were giving huge sentences to people for just protesting it. It was nuts. Artravius, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much.
What
Really
were they
appreciate it. Thank you
doing
for
when they
feeding
were
you lies.
protesting?
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you thank them for supporting the $1 trillion empire and supporting
Yeah,
the
I will
lies?
not thank them for sit here watching your lies. Did
Why?
you not sit here earlier and sit here and tell that guy that it was Donald Trump's fault we're in inflation?
It is true.
Was it Joe Biden's fault?
No. There's nothing Joe Biden did to cause
that's
that level of
crazy.
inflation, but Donald
Was
Trump
it
imposed
George
tariffs
Bush's
in the
fault?
war with Iran that did cause
there's-
inflation.
See, I like how you tell us to let you finish, but you don't let me finish. Did George Bush cause inflation?
I bet there were things that he did that caused inflation.
Okay. Did William Clinton cause inflation?
Wait, let me just clarify. If we're saying some level of inflation was caused, I think every president has caused some level of inflation. The issue that I'm pointing to is that I think that Trump caused more inflation, right?
Yeah, because we're at war against Iran.
And I
which
was saying that
causes oil to go
Biden
up,
didn't
which causes
cause
the
the
price of everything to go up.
9.1% inflation. So let me just be clear.
Well, yeah,
Biden is
Biden
not
didn't cause
responsible for
anything.
that,
Biden was
but
signed
Trump
up.
is responsible for the 4.2% inflation.
Every president causes inflation, is my point. And you sat here and tried to tell that guy that Donald Trump is basically the only one that causes inflation.
That's not what I said.
Every single president causes inflation.
I never disputed that.
Then why didn't you agree with him?
No, because I was saying that Donald Trump caused the level of inflation that we have, and Biden didn't cause the 9.1% inflation.
Did Obama cause inflation? You said
Every
no.
president causes some level of inflation, but I'm saying Biden didn't cause the 9.1% level of inflation. And also there was lower inflation on average under Obama's administration than Trump's first term.
Okay, so do you think it's the president's fault from 1950 till now that people like you, and I'm not saying your money or anything, normal average people at 24 years old won't be able to buy a home till they're 50 because the cost of homes nowadays is 4 times than what they cost before. Are you telling me that's a president's fault? It's not.
It's actually the
no
current president's fault
It's-
right now because he won't
it's
sign
actually
a
the
bill.
corrupt financial system.
It's
which
actually
is
the
the
current
problem.
president's
It's
fault
not the
right now
president.
because he won't sign a
You're
bill.
going to blame the affordable housing bill. I wouldn't sign the bill either because you're not going to protect the votes. Why would I sign the bill?
So you don't want a housing affordability policy? That would
I
cause
do, but
housing to be
how do
more
I know that
affordable
it's a
just because you guys
secure-
want to rig
how
the
do
vote
I
and
know
engage
that
in
it's a
voter
secure
suppression?
election?
You guys won't let us do
How do I
voter
know it's a
suppression,
secure
therefore I
election?
won't vote for the housing affordability in this country. Like what?
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Where'd the 20 million votes go from 2020 to 2024?
It wasn't a 20 million vote difference. So
It's
I
like
would
an
love to know where you got that number
18.7
from.
million vote difference. It's
7
literally
million is
straight on the
different than
web,
20 million, sir. Do you agree?
like, I said 17.
Wait, 7, not 17.
17. There's a 17 million vote difference between 2020 and 2024.
Are you saying for the Dems?
No, I'm saying in general, in the population, where did almost 20 million voters go? You
So-
telling me in the middle of the Trump saga, people decided
I don't
to
know
vote
where
in
you got that
2020,
number
but
from.
didn't in 2024? It's okay.
Sir, can we do the math real quick? Okay, so Biden got
Sure.
81 million votes. Okay, Trump got around, I think it was around 73 million votes. And then this administration, this 2024, it was 75 to 77. So those are pretty similar. The only distinction between the Democrats
maybe it's
was
the 2016 and 2020 election. I know there was a $20 million or
oh
20
2016
million
to 2024
Yeah.
or 2016 to 2020.
2016 to 2020, there was a 20 million vote difference out of nowhere.
Oh, okay. You
You
said
don't think the
20.
mail-in ballots
Sorry,
has anything
you
to
said
do with that?
2020 to 2024. That's what you said. So if we go to 2016 to 2020, the difference is because of the COVID pandemic, mail-in ballots, and the willingness for people to vote to a greater extent because they were online to a greater extent because they were literally at home. So more likely to look at their phone, social media, or the TV, which means that they're more likely to be involved in politics.
Okay, so you can't admit that there could have been cheating going on in the 2020 election?
All evidence indicates that there was no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. 60 plus court
Then why
cases
did
indicated
even
no
the
sufficient
Postmaster
evidence to
General
overturn the
say?
election. There were audits in every single
Then why
swing
did the
state that indicated no
Postmaster
sufficient.
General?
Hey, dude, self-control, please. There were audits in every single
Yeah.
swing state specifically that indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election. So it was very clear that Donald Trump has lost the election. At this point, if you can't acknowledge that Donald Trump has lost the election, you're just coping. Not only are you jealous that people are sending me money, but you're also
See,
coping with the
you're
fact that
now
you guys
insulting
lost
again.
with the 2020
I not
election.
one time said he didn't lose this entire conversation. You're still insulting. I was just asking you if there was a chance they could have cheated. That's all I asked.
Oh, no. All evidence indicates otherwise.
Okay. See how quick that was? Without insulting, you can do it.
What was the insult?
You said I was coping. No one said anything about me.
That's
being
not an
upset
insult,
about
sir.
winning.
I just described your actions. I said you were coping.
Was I
That's
coping,
not an
though?
insult. Can you describe to me what an insult is?
Okay. Are you going to tell your chat how much you make a month yet?
Yeah, $1 trillion.
Yeah, don't lie. It's $12,000 to $15,000 depending on how many people come into this live and watch this.
I don't make
So
that
tell
much
your
amount.
chat how much you
I don't
make.
make that amount of money. I make a different amount of money.
Then why won't you admit to them what you make?
I make $1 trillion a year. I told you.
Would you do this for free?
I did this for free before I made any money from it. But it is my job, so I do have to do this for money because it is my job.
That's crazy. I can tell you, I would do what I do.
That's crazy. Parker has to do this for his job. Oh my god, that's crazy, dude. Oh, no way. Parker does this for his job and he makes money from it. No way. Oh my god. Okay, well, thank you, Canes fan. Thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
exactly
Yeah,
the
these
same.
guys are ridiculous,
Continue to
isn't it?
abuse these young
We don't
guys,
always have to
so-
agree, but these people are crazy. That's something that we can agree on for sure. Oh, he ran away. Look how mad he was. Why was bro so angry? Let's go to the next person. Everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. It looks like he was just coping, bro. He said it was an insult for me to tell him that he was coping. And that he was jealous. Like, what? That was an insult, bro? No, I'm describing your behavior, bro. I'm just saying you're coping. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
You don't understand.
Let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. As well as Cassowary Mary. Thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know, right? It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. I just don't understand why it makes him angry that this is my job. Like, actually, like imagine getting angry about that. Like, that's actually insane to me. You know, what's up? How old are you? Like, that's what I call a triggered little snowflake right there. Is when you get angry at literally someone having a job. Like, bro, what? You know, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2008.
And what month are you born?
June 21st.
Okay, for sure. And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Because of his abortion policies.
Okay, which ones?
He is pro-life and he's Christian.
Okay, so you say he's pro-life and he's Christian. Okay, can you name one Christian value that he has not undermined?
Well, he saves more lives than Kamala Harris. So I think that's one.
Okay, so I'm not hearing a particular value that he has not undermined.
Can you elaborate?
Can you just tell me one fundamental Christian value that Donald Trump has not undermined?
I mean, I really don't know, man.
Okay. All right. If I could prove to you right now that Harris would save more innocent human lives than Trump, would you support Harris? Thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much. Heidi.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't think you could do that.
Okay, I can. Watch this. So look up USAID 14 million, The Lancet, and it will show you that by 2030, 14 million people, specifically additionally, will die by 2030, according to a Lancet study, because of them cutting access to USAID funding, which has led to deaths all around the world.
And is this like a factual source?
Yes, it is. Look up The Lancet, and you can read the methodology into it. And there's also even like if you watch, there's even a Pod Save America episode that just came out recently where they specifically talk about, they actually interview a person who works for the New York Times who has specifically gone to a bunch of the communities affected by the cuts to USAID and talked to the families where they've literally lost family members.
Okay, well, I'm on here and I do. Wow. Well, I mean, I guess you just changed my mind about Trump.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, Parker.
Have a good day as well. That's great to hear. Can we get some W's for that in the comment section right now? We love changing people's minds. W's for that in the comment section. Let's go into the next individual. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. And by the way, right there, proof right there. These debates always work. They are not always. They always, right, can work, and whatnot. And they do change people's minds right there. If people ever like debates can't change people's minds, no one will change their minds. Send them this. They can literally watch people have their minds changed multiple times every single day on the stream every day. Yo, what's up, how old are you? Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. What happened? I joined right at the end. I recommend to go over to my YouTube and click back on the VOD so you could watch if you'd like. We just changed their mind. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
I am 21.
And if the election was held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
I would vote for Trump, personally.
And what's your birth year?
2005.
Okay, and what month?
March.
Okay, and why do you support Trump?
Okay, so I've been hearing a lot of like the abortion argument, economy argument, stuff like that. I have a bit of a different take on it, personally. Excuse me. So I've been in a bit of a rut for a few months, and I'm just starting to like get out of it. But I do have like something I want to share anecdotally, and I want to see personally what would you do in this situation. So you're stuck. You are 3 inches inside of Charlie Kirk, and Benjamin Netanyahu is 3.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi there.
Yo, what's up?
I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
2008.
And what month?
June.
Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
I don't know. I just feel like you're not old enough. How old are you? Hello? Kit Kat, you were spamming in the comment section that I'm like trying to be Dean. Are you there? Hello? Do you want to talk to me or no? Okay. Alrighty. They accepted the request to join the stream and then just sat here and were quiet. So let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen, everybody. Max, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you very much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, hello? Hello?
Yeah, how old are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
How are you? I'm 21.
And what's your birth year?
Sorry?
What's your birth year?
2004.
And what month?
March.
Okay, did they say 22? Because I thought they said 21. I might have misremembered. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's about you? Hello? Okay, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. How old are you?
You're a part of the KKK. I saw you in the one.
So the next person, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates.
Your new hairstyle is
How old are you?
Your new hairstyle is nice, bro.
Thank you. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Let's go to the next person. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. How old are you?
Nigger.
You're disgusting. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Metalizer, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll make sure to look. I don't see them in the guest box. In the chat right now. I'll make sure to look for them, though. Oh. Okay. All right. I see them in the chat now. I got you. Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Hannah, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, they are pretty crazy. They are pretty crazy. What's about you?
Hey, man, it's been a while. Hit a blinker for me, man.
I can't. I'm sick. Max, thank you for the Galaxy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Has been a while, though. Crystal, thank you for the hand heart. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. What's about you? Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. Okay. Let's go to the next person. What's about you?
19.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2007.
And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Peter Yan!
Let's go to the next person. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Cassie or Mary, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Yeah. The U.S. did lose. Julia as well, thank you for the double firework. Thank you very much. What's up? How old are you? How old are you? Tyler, think of the dollar. The USA just lost and I blame Trump. You know what? I do too. Vanessa, think of the $2. I actually haven't seen yet. I heard stuff was happening, like he was like passing out and going unconscious, but not that he's brain dead.
Hey, 27 years old. 27 years old.
Do you support Trump?
Absolutely.
Thank you for the fireworks. Thank you, Carlos. What's your birth year?
1999.
And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Absolutely Trump all the way. Still Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Well, Trump's the best president the United States has seen since probably Abraham Lincoln, in my opinion. And I was like, wow, of all the candidates, I wish I had somebody that represents my beliefs. And here comes Trump. And I'm like, wow, God answered my prayers.
Okay, so what makes you think he's the best president since Abraham Lincoln?
He's strong. He gets things done. He's America first all the way, and he's still, you know what it is. He keeps his word. So like all the things he promised, he got done or is on the way of getting those things done.
Really, like,
That is
ending the Russia-Ukraine war in 24 hours, repealing and replacing the ACA. Building a wall and making Mexico pay for it, releasing all the Epstein files, starting no new wars.
Right. We have this. I think we have the most secure border.
Bringing down electricity prices by
we've ever
50%
had.
within a year.
It's all gonna go down, bro. The gas prices.
Okay, are you
all
trolling?
that is gonna go. No, I'm not trolling. How am I trolling? Oh, so now if I have my own opinion, I'm trolling. That's the reason why America's divided, because you think that if I have a different opinion than you, I'm trolling you.
Only trolls respond that way. You're totally trolling. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 36.
Do you support Trump?
I guess so. If you have to put in the dichotomy of Kamala versus Trump, I would say Trump.
Okay, but if you could choose not to vote as well, would you choose not to vote?
I mean, we're not in a utopia, so I think, unfortunately, I would choose Trump over Kamala for
Okay,
various
why?
reasons. So I do want to preface by asking you, you mentioned you had a degree. I heard you had a 4-year degree.
Mm-hmm.
Is it in law, medicine, criminal investigations, or forensic science?
Economics.
Economic. Okay. Fair enough. What are your opinions on the way that sexual assault is prosecuted between parties, let's say between left and right?
I'm confused what you mean by that.
It's pretty basic. So, how do you think Democrats have handled the prosecution of sexual violence versus Republicans? How do you think, despite the law being pretty much equal, unchangeable, how do you think each party has applied the law itself? How do you think each one has handled the prosecution or criminalization of sexual assault, to be specific?
I think it's a pretty vague question. I would say that I think that Democrats are much better than Republicans typically with addressing these things. And like, for example, that I could look at like the fact that you guys voted for an adjudicated rapist as the president that bragged about walking into the changing rooms of naked women while they're changing without their consent. Where 2 18-year-olds came out, so there were 4 girls as young as 15 years old in these changing rooms who said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years. And you still chose to vote for him.
So I don't base myself off of media or ChatGPT or AI. I will also preface
Neither do
by
I.
saying that I'm a physician and I am pursuing a degree in law, and I also hold a PhD in toxicology. And
Okay.
unfortunately, I was sexually assaulted
I'm sorry to
some
hear that.
time ago under the previous administration. So I, like any person that chooses to come forward, I decided to do so. And unfortunately, I was faced with a lot of disappointments and realities regarding how the law is applied.
Mhm.
And what was sad to see is that later on, during the numerous, I guess, legal processes involved, I got to find out deeper, more intricate layers of how the law is applied and how each administration chooses to prosecute what. Because unfortunately, I was assaulted by someone who at one point was illegal, and later on ended up having numerous things that I won't get into in order to not, disclose too much of the situation. I did find out that under the, I guess, Biden administration, which is when this happened, certain things were only being prosecuted a lot heavier than others. So, for example, for sexual assault, it should be even across the board, no matter what state, even though some states are a lot more rigorous in their application of the law, especially according to DVPA standards, because I was a victim of domestic violence. So, unfortunately, at the time, the modus operandi was to only prosecute white supremacists or to target certain crimes surrounding that arena. And because I was assaulted by someone who was at one point illegal, came into the country under a certain act, and then was...
So they were legal.
Well...
If they came under an act, that means that they're legally in the country, right?
Well, I can't mention too much about it because there's something questionable regarding that hasn't become really clear, but I'll just...
Based on what you said, it
loosely say
sounds like they came legally into the country. And I think that's
Well-
horrible. And is there anything that the Biden administration or Democrats did specifically to prevent undocumented immigrants who have assaulted people from being held accountable? Because I would condemn that.
I don't think they did. I don't think they
Okay.
did. And I will say, unfortunately, and this is across the board between left and right, like, you know what rain is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So approximately, I want to say around 300 cases are reported, and only 50 of these 300 lead to arrests, and only 28 result in incarceration or conviction. And that's regardless of the party, right? But there is a tendency under certain parties, especially on the left, to decriminalize certain things. And especially in the state of California, that can be very complicated. So I think there is a lot of...
I just want to hear anything specific that Democrats have done. I think we're doing a lot, but addressing that question.
So I will say I reported it under a Democratic Party. Nothing was done about it.
Can I ask what state you're in?
California.
Okay, so you're saying California had some sort of law that prevented you from being able to hold them accountable?
Yes, and I was explicitly told that at the time.
Well, I would think that's horrible. Any specific state law that prevents you from being able to hold your abuser accountable is horrible. Is there a way I could know what law that is?
So because there were certain federal things involved that are sort of confidential, I can't get into it.
So it's not state policy?
Well, I think it kind of leans that way as I was explained that, and later on, and when I started to pursue a law degree and started to continue with the litigation process, because it was even to get protection, it took me 2 years of civil and appellate law as a self-representing victim without like any finances, without any...
So you're saying that you through the context of civil litigation were able to hold your were able to hold your the person who abused you accountable?
But across 2 different counties with a lot of pushback. And this is like throughout 2 different administrations. Both
okay, well, I would argue that, yeah, we need to make it easier for victims specifically to be able to come out and hold people accountable for these things. I'm not saying that all of these things are perfect in every state within the United States or even within Democratic areas. I'm just saying that I think Democratic areas are more likely to address it than Republican areas, and are more likely to have community that are going to accept people when coming out. Now, I'm not saying it's perfect, of course. Now, for California, I'd have to know what specific laws. If you can't tell me the laws, then I can't even respond to this, to be honest with you.
But what I will say that I notice on a lot of these debates is that there's like these really heated sort of blanket statements towards certain administrations or the president, whatnot, whether there's positive or negative, in this case, very negative things associated. If there really is the intention to make the country better, especially for women and safer for women, I think certain policies should be implemented, especially when it comes to migratory policies, because criminalization, unfortunately, even though the law should be universalized nationwide, still the misapplication of it exists. And certain administrations are more flexible on that depending on the situation. So there's caveats that exist. And I think when it comes to Democrats, there's almost like a leniency to pardon what you and I, or maybe the average civilian goes through versus like Trump, and making this a whole like Trump, this, and that. When someone has a lot of notoriety, they're the president or they're a celebrity, they tend to get a lot more heat or a lot more focus. And the total purpose of what we should be doing is producing more exposure on what people on a day-to-day basis suffer and struggle through, especially as women who are victims of assault, and make it more known that there's a misapplication of the law. That
Do you believe Eugene Carroll?
I'm not really fully informed on that situation, but I obviously, because of who they are, they did get a lot of attention. But a lot of what I've seen personally as a victim of assault, and throughout different cases, because you sit there in court and you look at women who are victims of DV, and you see this like for hours on until your case is called, and perjury exists. I can tell you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you the question again. Can I get a direct response to the question? Do you believe Eugene Carroll?
Sure.
Okay, so then why do you support Trump? If again, you want to hold people accountable for these things, I do as well. I agree with that. That means we should not be voting for violent sex offenders, right?
Right.
Okay,
But
so then
I
you
do
don't support
also-
Trump.
I do in some ways and I don't in others.
No, but like overall, would you still vote for him over Harris?
Over Harris, I would say yes.
Is Harris
still.
a violent sex offender?
No, but there's
So
a
why
lot
would you
of
vote
things-
for a violent sex offender over someone who's not a violent sex offender if you want to hold people accountable for being violent sex offenders?
I think there are things that are heavily leaning toward, let's just say that there are things, someone came on earlier that talked about Clinton. There are a lot of things that fly underneath the radar, and they don't get the heat or the exposure that they deserve. And that makes things uneven. That makes things exaggerated, inflated, and it serves either one party or another. And
I'm
I
still
don't
not hearing
think-
why you think it's justified for you to vote for a violent sex offender if you want to hold people accountable for committing violent sex crimes.
If you're telling a victim of sexual assault, if you're trying to corner it into a vacuum, that's obviously going
I'm
to
asking you a
gain-
direct question and you're not answering the question. If you don't want to have a conversation with me on the stream, if you don't want to engage with my questions, you can choose to
things don't
leave if you'd like.
exist- Things don't exist in a vacuum.
Of course. Now, can you answer the question?
They're not mutually exclusive.
Never said that. Can you answer the
vote-
question now?
You can vote as an educated individual.
So you mean
who's
you think it makes
trained-
sense to vote for a violent sex offender?
Not if you word it that way, obviously anyone would tell you no. Anyone with a backbone would tell you no.
Okay, so
But
so
at
then
the
will you
same
say that no?
time-
Will you say no as well?
At the same time, I wouldn't vote for someone who legally authorizes violent sex offenders to continue offending or assaulting
Yeah, what
women.
law does Kamala Harris support that allows for that?
I think you should look it up.
Wait, you're the one who just claimed it. So what law does she support that specifically does that? Because you're saying you're willing to vote for a violent sex offender over her because of this. So what law does she support that
If you
allows for
force
violent
it-
sex offenders to
if you-
continue to engaging in violent sex
If
offenses?
you force it into a dichotomy, anyone will tell you.
You're the one answering. Okay, I'm
It's-
sorry.
it's-
You just
it's
told
the
me.
lesser of
Wait, stop.
evils.
You just told me she's passed and she supports policies that allow for violent sex offenders to commit violent sex offenses. I'm asking you a basic question. What law, what policy does she support that does that? Because that's a very big claim to make in front of 9,000 people, okay?
What do you think decriminalizing something means, according to the law? What do you think what is the definition of decriminalization?
You provide no criminal sort of responses or punishment for a particular action.
So, what do you think has been decriminalized?
Can you just tell me the policy she supports?
No, I want to know because you do this every day. You do this to people every day. and
Yeah,
clearly
nothing.
to
There's
victims
nothing you
of
can
sexual
point to that
assault.
she supports
You
that
could
allows for people who
memorize
have committed violent sex offenses to continue to commit those violent sex offenses
50
legally.
different statutes and use them as a parade to dangle like a carrot in front of victims of assault, in front of different people, in front of educated people that are trying to get a logical response out of you. But if at
Says the one who's
end of
not
the day-
responding to my questions. Like, would you like to engage
No,
with what I'm
this is-
saying?
This is your job. You get paid for it, right?
I understand. Now, would you like to respond to what I'm saying?
So I'm asking you with a question, which is valid.
Which I've
Tell
already
me.
asked you a question. You're not responding to mine.
Tell me, because you support, if Kamala, you voted for Kamala, right? I'm assuming.
What policy does Harris support that allows
You
for
should
violent
know
sex
this.
offenders to continue doing it?
As a Democrat, you should know.
Then tell me.
How
I'm
have
asking you. I don't think she has any policy that does that. Tell me.
You don't think she does?
No. Tell me the
So,
policy.
Tell me why a small percentage.
Okay, I'm
28
going to kick you in 30 seconds if you don't answer the question.
I'm allowing you to tell me why is it only 28 cases out of 300 reports get prosecuted? Why does the district attorney's office under the Democratic administration only prosecute 28 cases? What is the burden of proof that is required? Let's say a victim goes to a hospital, is subjected to a rape kit, which is very traumatizing, has all the evidence necessary, and presents this to a district attorney. Why is it that the case might not be taken?
Depends on the state, right? For example, it could be statute of limitations, specifically like it was for E. Jean Carroll in the context of New York. Now, can you please answer my question?
I'm asking you because you're a Democrat. You voted for her.
I understand,
so you
but
should tell me what policies they have. I want to know.
Yeah, but
what
she
policies
doesn't
they
have any policy that allows for violent sex offenders to continue to
So then
engage
why
in
does
violent
it
sex
happen
offenses.
under the Democratic
So you have one more shot. I'm going to ask you the question one more time. If you don't answer, I'm going to kick you. I'm telling you that right now. I will kick you if you do not respond to this.
But I hope
What
that
policy?
by making
I'm
money as a
speaking right now.
victim of
Ma'am, I am
sexual
speaking.
assault
Ma'am, I'm
and
speaking.
parenting
Ma'am, I am
online,
speaking right
that
now.
you at least
Ma'am, I am
hold a
speaking right now.
degree
I
in
let you
law,
speak. Can you please let me finish?
medicine,
Okay.
and that you know your party's policy.
I'm going to ask the question one more time. If you choose not to respond, if you choose to just like talk over me and do this, I'm going to kick you from the stream. Okay? I asked you a very specific question. What policy does Kamala Harris support that allows for violent sex offenders to continue to engage in violent sex offenses? You can choose to respond. If you choose not to respond, I will kick you.
So why did this happen to me under the Biden administration? That's my question to you, because I didn't vote for him, yet this happened. So if it's such a perfect or clean, full of sin or free of sin administration, less than Trump, the lesser of evils, whatever you want to call it, if he's a predator, and mind you, you're LARPing online when Trump is still your president. You have the freedom of speech to do it. You're not in Iran, you're not in Afghanistan, you're not in Pakistan, you're not in China. You're clearly exercising your right, your amendment to LARP incessantly without even knowing your party's policies and answering why victims of sexual assault in the Democratic administration have not received enough justice. That's a fair question.
So I did respond to this, which you still have not responded to my question. So I'm going to end up kicking
You
you
didn't
because you
tell me
chose
what
not
the
to respond to my
policies are.
question. So I did respond to this. I said Democrats' policies are not perfect. They are preferable, though. You said that she engaged in policies and supported policies that allowed for violent sex offenders to then literally continue engaging in these offenses. I asked you what policy, and you couldn't tell me. So you made the claim. You have the burden of proof. You have to provide the response. I am not LARPing because I'm asking you a question about what policy that you think she supports that allows for violent sex offenders to continue to engage. Answer the
So-
question, please. I'm literally going to kick you if you don't.
I'm giving you the burden of proof with my own experience. I am the burden of proof.
Okay,
There
do you
is
want me
no
to kick
burden of
you?
proof.
Do you want me to kick you?
You can. I really
Okay,
don't
I will.
care.
I will kick you because you're not engaging in a conversation with me. Dude, why do people do that? Like, I gave you how many options to, like, literally engage with my questions? I answered all of your questions. I responded to everything you brought up, but you just won't engage with any of my questions because you know that if you do, it will clearly say that you shouldn't support the side that you are arguing to support. Like, no one claimed under Democrats' administrations that victims had a 100% accountability and justice. Like, no one claimed that. What? Yo, what's up, how old are you? Appreciate the galaxy. Like, we want a society to have closer to that. What society gets that? The one where you vote for a violent sex offender or the one you don't vote for a violent sex offender? I think that's a very good point. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
21.
Do you support Trump?
Of course I do.
And what's your birth year?
2005.
And what month?
March 25th.
Okay. And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Oh, Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I like his immigration policies. I like his views on, well, immigration and on fuck Israel.
Okay. For the person Michael who just sent me $5, that's fucked up. Go fuck yourself. Don't say you can see why someone was a victim of. That's just fucking disgusting. Like, imagine saying that. Like, seriously, that's so fucking disgusting, dude. Genuinely, what is wrong with people, dude? That's fucking disgusting. Just because someone politically disagrees with you does not justify you saying that. That's fucking disgusting, genuinely. Get the fuck out of my live. I never want to see you in my live stream again. That's so fucking gross. So the next person, only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
What's up, Parker? I'm 31.
Do you support Trump?
I would vote for him. I wouldn't say I directly support him.
Like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, or you could choose not to vote, what would you choose to do?
I would vote for Trump over Harris. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Why do you support Trump?
Yeah, so I'd probably sound like a boring conservative from the 2000s. You know, I just believe in capitalism as a whole. A lot of people on the left would not directly see that as a goal for a country. Immigration, I think it's good what's been doing of sealing up the border. Sorry, I'm tired. You know, I could come up with other examples, but, you know, just overall, just conservative values. I feel like on average, I would always vote conservative over liberal.
Okay. What conservative values? You swiped out of the app. Can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't hear you now. Swiped out of the app. You got to see me for me to be able to hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. I had some notes. Yeah, so capitalism, immigration, equal opportunity over equal outcome. You know, minimize funding to the government. I think the government on average maybe doesn't spend their money too wisely versus the free market, where I think the competitive nature of the free market leads to, you know, things being run more efficiently and better for, you know, the everyday people. So things like that.
Do you think it's true in every industry?
In every industry that capitalism is like more advantageous?
Yeah.
I would say on average. Yeah, I would say on average any.
That's not the question I asked you, sir. Can you respond to my question?
Yeah, what's your question?
Yeah. Is every industry better with the free market being unrestricted?
Is every industry? I mean, I would think so. You'd have to give me a specific example of an industry that maybe you think is not better in a free market.
So you think every single industry is preferable with a totally free market, no restrictions?
Well, it depends on what industry. You know, if you
Can
have
I hear
an
a
example
direct?
of an industry,
I'm just asking you. Do you think that there are any industries worse off with a complete free market?
I'm not trying to avoid your question. I can't think of a specific industry.
You can't think of a single
that
industry
you're bringing up. Well, I'm just
like
talking
like
about.
for example,
Yeah.
police. Do you think police should be government funded? Military. Do you think military should be government funded?
Well, no, those are goods for the people of a government.
Yeah, those
right?
are
So that's
specific
not
industries,
necessarily-
sir. Defense is a specific industry.
Yeah, so it's not a free market in that, you know, it's going to be like there's competitive police departments to, you know, be competitive, right? It's going to be funded by the government, right?
Yeah, so you believe that leaving it up to the government to make this determination rather than leaving it up to the free market is preferable, right?
Well, I think in the cases where, for example, it's not a free market and there's not the competition of rivaling companies like the DMV or the police department, you do run the risk of it not being run as effectively as if there was natural competition.
Okay, so you think it would be more efficient if we did private policing and private military?
No, I agree that those should be government funded.
Okay, so you agree that leaving it up to the free market in every industry does not make sense?
I think in an economy, there are certain goods and services for the people that, yes, absolutely have to be funded and supported by the government.
So you agree that free markets in every industry does not work?
Sure, yes.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I don't know why it took that long to get to that point. Jeez. Under Trump's administration, did you know that he signed off on more debt-related spending compared to the Biden-Harris administration?
More debt-related spending than compared to the Biden-Harris administration.
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he signed off on over $4 trillion more of debt-related spending under his first term comparative to the Biden-Harris administration, according to the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget.
Yeah, if that's true, I think that's not necessarily a good thing.
Okay, so he's worse for government spending. Okay, if you want equal opportunity, do you think Trump is doing that?
Well, I guess, you know, going back to my original point, though, it's like, yeah, you gave specific examples of industries where it is a good and service for the people that does require government funding. But when it comes to just companies and businesses and working and making money, right, I guess what is your counterpoint to capitalism just being the best solution for that?
I believe in capitalism with social safety nets and regulations. I don't think capitalism is the most preferable condition within every market, and that's what I was describing to you earlier. And you agreed with that.
Okay, that's fair. I think we agree in large in that space then.
Yeah, I'm not a socialist. I believe in capitalism, social safety nets, and regulation. So,
Oh,
I
okay.
think that
Oh, very fair.
yeah, I think that Donald Trump actually is undermining conditions for free markets within countless aspects of the global economy. For example, the imposition of tariffs. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about the tariffs. I mean, in my own personal work, I've seen a lot of impact negatively with tariffs, specifically with us working with other countries. And I think one of the best things about capitalism is that in my opinion, it enriches and gives a lot of opportunity to other countries for people to get jobs and to make money and to have opportunities. And at least anecdotally, in my own workspace, I've seen that kind of get in the way of that, where we're actually making business decisions in response to those tariffs.
So what was the response to my question? Did you agree with the tariffs or disagree with the tariffs from an international
No, I'm
standpoint?
saying it's mixed. I'm saying I'm not like the most educated person on like what the benefits of tariffs are, but I was giving an anecdotal example of an arguably bad result of the tariffs, at least in the immediate future. Did I answer your question?
I don't think so.
I said it's mixed. My take on tariffs is mixed. It's a mixed
I'm
bag.
talking about the universal tariffs. If you don't know, okay, so is your response is you don't know the effect of tariffs, but your whole original argument was, I believe free markets are preferable until I have good reason to believe otherwise. But then when it comes to tariffs, which is a limitation on the free market, your argument is I'm in support of tariffs, or you can't generally be against them.
Well, I think it gets complicated when, you're dealing with countries that are all interacting and competing with each other, right? And so if some countries are doing tariffs and then you're not, it's not really necessarily on an equal playing field. I think generally the goal is to always have as much of an equal playing field and a fair market as possible. So, it's
That's
like
what you think a free market is.
/ fair. Well, I'm just saying that's
Do you think
what
a fair
my goal
market
would
is a
be.
free market?
Yeah, so I think
So then
that
you're
it
against
should
tariffs.
be a free and fair market. And yeah, I'm not saying I would directly support the tariffs that are in place. Correct.
Okay. So Donald Trump has undermined free markets in that respect, especially on a global stage. Can you name any conservative values that he hasn't undermined?
Yeah, so I would agree when it comes to like the personal level of Trump, right? I think I get frustrated with a lot of conservatives that will like double down and try to defend his personality, his backstory, his history, right? He's probably a bad person, right? On a personality level. I think the only middle ground is that you can still vote for someone if you think they're going to further what policies you think are best for the country, even if you think, frankly, they're not a good person, right? I think, when it comes to someone like Joe Biden, I'm not saying you would defend this, but you could say he's kind of like a creep and maybe has these things where you can look at and go, yeah, he doesn't seem like the most honest, moral man. But if you're liberal, I wouldn't, I would be fine if you were still voting for them because he's going to further your policies and agendas, right?
Yeah, can you repeat my question?
No, I can't. What was your question?
What were you responding
What was your
to?
question? Well, you were talking about Trump and his personality and whether I would defend him, I think.
No.
Okay, well, what was your question?
Can you name one conservative value that Donald Trump has not undermined?
One conservative value that Donald Trump has not undermined. From a moral point of view, I don't think there would be much. Yeah, I think you could find examples where, in his history, he's done a lot of the things that, for example, Christians that would support Trump specifically as a person. Yeah, I think that can easily be found to be a little bit hypocritical. So I'm not disagreeing with that.
Meaning you can't name any conservative value that he hasn't undermined. So can you explain to me how you could vote for him or support him because of conservative values if he's undermined all of those conservative values?
Well, I don't think he's undermined all conservative values when it comes to policies and how a country should be run, right?
Name one,
I think
then.
when it comes... Huh?
Name one, then.
Capitalism, free and fair market, equal opportunity, immigration. I
He
think
has undermined
immigration, free and fair opportunity,
he has undermined capitalism, and I can give you explicit examples. Him saying that the government should own 10% of Intel, is that undermining capitalism?
The government should own 10% of Intel.
Mm-hmm. Is that undermining capitalism, that the government has ownership in specific firms?
I would think that would be a little corrupt, correct?
Okay, so that's undermining capitalism. So what specifically has he not undermined if that's a conservative value?
I think you could come up with one example of, a contradiction of someone's core agenda and then something that's maybe a bit contradictory to it. But that doesn't mean as a whole they're not more in favor of that, right? So I think on the major scale, conservative candidates like Trump are always going to be supporting free and fair market more so than the progressive counterpart.
Okay, can you give me one Democratic policy that undermines conservative values of free market to a greater extent?
Well, I think generally liberals are going to support more government funding, more government support, which can often lead to more taxation for the lower and middle class, leading to it just being more difficult. Right?
So it's actually the other way around. Because again, Trump signed off on more debt-related spending, and he increased taxes on the low and middle class because he imposed tariffs, whereas the Democrats wanted to maintain all the aspects of the tax bill, the TCJA, that was applicable to income earners under $400,000 a year. They also wanted to extend tax breaks to low and middle income individuals, such as the $6,000 child tax credit for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 through them being 5 years old, $3,000 through them being 18, a $25,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers for new homes, $2,000 cap on pharmaceuticals out of pocket, $35 cap per month cap on insulin, and a $50,000 tax deductible for small businesses in the first year of them starting out. So all of those things would help out working class people, lower income individuals, and she would have maintained all the tax cuts applicable in the TCJA. So under Trump's administration, there's higher taxes for lower and middle income individuals and lower taxes for the richest and wealthiest income individuals in the country.
Yeah, I don't disagree that the average progressive liberal agenda isn't going to directly push for policies that are going to help the lower to middle class. I think that's directly your guys's good side, right? Or side that I always find common ground with, right? So I don't disagree with those policies. And I agree that when it comes to promoting, lower taxation or a more fair and free market, it's more of a long-term value statement to say, right? Like it's not always going to be like the college grant or free tuition type of value given. But I think the goal is the same. It's just a disagreement on how you get there.
No, so you supported Trump because you thought there would be lower taxes for working class people and for lower income individuals. I told you that's not true, and there's actually higher taxes for those individuals under his administration. Does that get you to say that maybe you wouldn't support Trump for that reason?
I think, again, that's a bit of a fallacy where I could find things that I might disagree with Trump on or agree with you on, right? But, when you're voting for someone over another person, that's a very polarizing decision, right? And so
I understand, but I said specifically off of this issue. This issue isn't the reason why you support him.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I would agree. Yeah. If that's the case.
So then what issue is the reason why you support him?
Huh?
What's the reason why you support him then?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of topics, right? Like we've touched on a few, right? So I think immigration is another one. I think since Trump got in office, securing our borders is generally a good thing, right?
That's anti-free market.
So is immigration different from free market to you, or is that the same thing?
Open borders are what's advocating for free market. So actually libertarians that believe in free markets completely, they believe in open borders.
Yeah, so I think when I say, I'm fine if you have a different definition. To me, free market is more about business. I think when it comes to countries and borders, that's more about safety and
so
a
that is
legal
related
issue,
to business.
right?
The free flow of labor between areas is related to business in the market.
Well, no, I think at a very high level, any country, there's various reasons, but let's just start with protection of your people, right? You need to know who's coming in and out of your country, ideally, right?
Okay, so that is going to overshoot the free market argument here.
Yeah, so again, I think that would just come back to an example of, anything I say is going to be a nuanced position, right? So the free and fair is an example of that. Like, I think free market with fairness, which does require government involvement, right, to some degree. And so when it comes to people coming in and out of a country, I think it is important to have control and visibility of who's doing that, because otherwise you don't know who's coming in and out of your country.
Okay, so you want safety, okay? Do you think that you are holding criminals accountable and producing more safety by supporting Donald Trump?
Do I think I'm holding more criminals accountable? Well, I guess just closing the loop on the immigration example, right? I think immigration is in a better position right now over Trump. Would you, I guess, disagree with that? Or do you think it's not in a better place now, control of our immigration?
Do you remember what question I asked you?
Well, I heard your question, but I felt like I was giving you another example of why I would vote for Trump. And I said that I think I would vote for Trump because I think now immigration is in a better position. And I guess I'm curious if you disagree with that.
Yes, I do, because I think that he's violated due process rights, the Constitution, and our rule of law to a greater extent. So I don't think that it's actually benefit our country for his mass deportation policy to be put in place.
What would be an example of the due process violation?
Yeah, they allowed for ICE to search and seize people's properties without a judicial warrant. They allowed for racial profiling. Trump's even tried to pass an executive order to remove Mahmoud Khalil, a legal permanent resident from the country, for engaging in pro-Palestinian advocacy, which a federal court determined was a violation of his First Amendment rights.
Yeah, so I feel like that's another example where, right, these things always get so polarized. I think we could find a lot of common ground that any major movement, such as, hey, we're trying to, clear up our borders, solidify them, and anyone who came over illegally, we're trying to generally get them out of our country, right? There's going to be mistakes or, I don't know what you would call it. It's not going to be perfectly executed.
These are policies that their administration passed to intentionally and purposefully do this. So it's not a mistake. It's they purposefully are doing this.
Sure, that's fair. There can be mistakes, and I think in the mixed bag of all of the policies
dude, can you repeat back what I just said?
You were saying there were policies directly implemented, so
intentional, so not a mistake.
Yes. So I'm saying there can be mistakes, and there can also be the major policy agenda done to execute it. I can disagree with exactly how it's done. No, I can disagree with the exact execution plan, right? If there are specific policies that you would come to me and say.
So you disagree with it, but it's not a mistake. A mistake kind of implies it's unintentional, right?
I'm saying both. I'm trying to find common ground with you, right?
I think you're being purposefully difficult.
No, I don't think I am. I think I'm trying to find the nuance in it, right? Which is I'm agreeing that there could be all good policies. There could still be mistakes. I then agree with you that I could look at all of the policies of exactly how we are trying to solidify our borders and say, hey, some of those policies intentionally implemented, hey, I might also disagree with those. So I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's a nuanced position. So you agree that
Trump is violating due process rights?
I think there could be specific cases where in the process of doing something that is generally good for our country,
the policies that we just mentioned that were passed, they're purposely to violate the due process rights of undocumented immigrants, right?
Okay, so let me ask you this. If they didn't do those specific policies that you disagree with, would you then be okay with what they're doing with deporting people that came here illegally? Is that your only issue, or are you just in disagreement with the entire agenda?
So my position is that I believe in a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who have not committed a violent or serious offense, right? And deport those that have committed violent and serious offenses. Make the legal process go quicker. Democrats want to make the legal process go quicker, but they still want to criminalize undocumented entry. They just want to make prioritize going after those who have committed violent and serious offenses, and they violate due process rights to a lesser extent. The Trump administration violates due process rights to a greater extent, right? Wants to deport significantly more people, and prioritizes going after those that just came into the country rather than those that are violent.
Yeah, so I think it's funny because I feel like, again, we would have a lot of common ground if we really sat down and wrote everything out, right? I think I agree that the big issue is safety and visibility of knowing who's coming in and out of our country. I think a lot of people who immigrate illegally are doing it good faith, out of goodwill, and they're not necessarily making our country worse, right? So I don't disagree with you on that.
Okay. So,
but as a whole, I think what Trump has done when it comes to immigration is a better thing than what was happening during the Biden administration, where the border was open, where people were coming in at, very large amounts of population, right? I just generally think we're in a better spot. So therefore, I am happy that Trump is in office, as one example.
So he aligns more with your perspective on what?
Well, that example is
Wait, did you think the border was open under Democrats?
Well, I think more people were coming in illegally during the Biden administration.
Okay. So are you willing to violate due process rights to a greater extent in order to reduce that?
No, I think, as I said before, I could disagree with specific executional policies like that in the process of doing something that I agree with, which is deporting people that came here illegally.
Can you repeat back my question I just asked you?
No, I'm tired, man. I'm sorry.
Right.
But
Have a good night.
I'm trying to answer to you.
You can come back a different day when you are more aware. I'm done trying to ask questions and not have them responded to, so. I'm not repeating my question every single time I ask a question. Like, it's getting ridiculous, dude. Why am I getting annoyed at these people? Because they directly don't answer questions. Like, they're just saying things, not even in response. They don't even know what I asked them multiple times that conversation. Tell me what I just asked you. You don't know. Hey, dude, if you're a little bit tired, no issues. Just come up on a different day. We can finish our conversation then. I think that you were trying to be nice and you were trying to engage in the conversation. I just think that you were probably too tired where you, like, literally couldn't understand the questions I was asking you every time. You know what's
Hello,
about you?
Parker. I'm 19.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
Okay, and what's your birth year?
March 29th, 2007.
Okay, alrighty, and you said you were how old again?
I'm 19.
Okay, and why do you support Trump? Or actually, wait, can we pause real quick? I need to thank some people. I actually forgot. I haven't caught up. Give me one quick second real quick. We'll catch up. Dan, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Yes, it's literally called investing in working class people. Autumn, thank you so much for the dollar as well. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I know it is really crazy. It is really crazy. And also to use that status to try to like act like I was going against someone is insane, just for like literally asking questions about why they still support them. It was nuts. Abigail, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, we absolutely are. Megan, thank you for the dollar as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. The red state, 3 counties, blue served one, I guess. Guess which one had more funding? I'm guessing it's the blue one. Lila, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Marlia, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you very much. Good to see you as always. Good to see you. Yes, I hope I feel better soon too as well. Fiona, thank you so much for the 67 cents. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I know, right? It's absolutely crazy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Tyler, thank you for the $1. Vanessa, again, thank you for the $2. Linda, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Give some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Give some W's for them in the comment section right now. As well as Marianne, thank you for the $25 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Marianne. I really appreciate it. Thank you. As well as Jim, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I forget, actually. I know what you're talking about, but I actually don't remember. Mark, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. You know what? That's probably true, Mark. Moosh, thank you for the 10 euros. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you very much. Absolutely amazing. Love to hear that. Jim as well. Thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. That does make me think. Thank you very much. As well as Lucky. Thank you very much for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, these people. Hold on, my fault to interrupt, bro. These people must have been in the live from earlier. I was debating Dean earlier.
Okay. Jim, thank you for the £2. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. It's like the one that's like spirally a little bit. I think that's my favorite. Double T, thank you, or the shells. I would say that. Double T, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, that is one thing. As well as Adam, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I've been working on it. Jim, thank you for the £2. Thank you very much. I get you. I get you there. Made me smile. Sent me $20 just to talk shit, by the way. Kane's fan, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I know, right? It's crazy they were saying that. Mark, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Appreciate. Thank you. That's also true. She literally is a former prosecutor and did. Oh, Made Me Smile also sent $10 more. Made Me Smile has sent $35, $45 today, $50 today. Just talking shit. Holy shit. Imagine sending $50 on YouTube Super Chat just to talk shit. That's kind of crazy. MU5, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section. Oh, I just saw that now. Hannah, thank you so much. And I did say that thank you earlier. Marianne, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. No Time, thank you so much for the $2. And then Michael, thank you so much for the $5. I don't think she's lying. Definitely misinformed. Alrighty. Why do you support Trump?
Mostly abortion rights. Let's see, ICE. We love ICE. And overall, he's just a good man.
Okay, he's a good man. Do you think good men are violent sex offenders?
I don't think he did it. I just think it's a bunch of chat GPT.
It's not chat GPT. He was held civilly liable unanimously by a jury of 9 people for forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. He's a violent sex offender according to civil law.
Did you ever get or did he ever get incarcerated?
The reason why he wasn't put in prison is because it was in a civil court, because it was beyond the statute of limitations, which says after a certain amount of years, regardless of the amount of evidence, that you can't try them accountable in a criminal court.
I don't think that's true.
It is
He
true.
would have been in prison. But if it would have been you would have been in prison. What's the difference?
Statute of limitations, sir. Push the hand art.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's done a lot for our
So
country here.
you would vote for a violent sex offender? You would support one?
Well, I mean, what he does outside of the presidency is really not my problem.
So you would vote for a violent sex offender?
Well, I mean, I'm just not gonna. I mean, I answered.
So yes?
I mean, if that makes you want to move on, yes.
No, I'm asking you like what your thoughts are.
I just said yes.
Is that actually what your thoughts are, or are you trolling?
No, I'm not trolling. Everything I say is real.
Okay. So you do want to vote for a violent sex offender. I have a question. Do you think violent sex offenders should be able to get access to guns?
I mean, yes. They still have to protect themselves. So I mean, because realistically, they're all over the news.
So you think people who are on the sex offender registry should be able to get access to guns?
I mean, they didn't use a gun. I mean, there just should be no reason why they shouldn't be able to get one to protect themselves. Because obviously, people are going to
if they did use a gun, would you then say that they shouldn't be able to get one?
Yes.
Okay, so you think that pedophiles that rape children should be able to legally get access to guns to intimidate the people they assaulted?
Not to intimidate the people they assaulted, people that will come to their house.
Oftentimes they would use it for that, especially if they're on the fucking sex offender registry, sir.
You didn't have to use that word, but we don't.
I'm sorry that hurt your feelings.
Oh wow, somebody's a little rude today. You don't have to be a little rude now. Anyways,
wait, dude, you just said that you would vote for a violent sex offender, and you think they should be able to get access to guns. I don't care that I was disrespectful to you. You can cry about it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Did you not just hear what you just said?
I mean, I did.
You just said violent sex offenders should be able to get access to guns, sir.
Yes.
People on the sex offender registry. What are you talking about, bro?
Yes, because listen.
If you talk about people who shouldn't be able to get access to guns, that should be the fucking highest on the list, sir.
Listen. If they're on the sex offender list and like people look that up, no, people will come to their house and try to kill them for that. I mean, they should have some type of protection.
So you're arguing for the defense of predators rather than the defense of victims.
They're still human beings.
Why are you considering the defense of predators rather than victims?
Because they're still human beings both ways. They're both human beings.
So then why don't you believe the victims and try to defend the victims? And by the way, someone being a human being doesn't mean they should be able to get access to a gun.
I mean, anybody should be able to get one or during that situation.
Okay, so children? Should children be able to legally get access to guns?
No.
Why not?
No. Because they'll have their parents. Parents will have guns most of the time. And if somebody tries to do something to them, most of the time, parents will be there.
If their parents don't have guns, should they legally be able to get access to guns?
Well, I mean, we're just going to the worst of the worst here. I mean,
I just want an answer to the question. If their parents don't have guns, like my parents didn't have guns, as a kid, should I have been able to legally access and buy a weapon?
No.
Okay, so
why
not?
But you would have had resources. You would have had resources. Like if somebody breaks into your house, you'd have scissors or you'd have something laying around.
Okay, so couldn't you say the same thing for the pedophile? Which, by the way, should be in prison for the rest of their life. They shouldn't even be out on the street.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't have even asked the question if you knew they were going to be in prison for the rest of their life.
No, I argue they should be in prison for the rest of their life.
I agree with that.
Okay. So then why do you think they should be able to get access to guns? That makes no fucking sense.
Because if they get out of prison, they should get. I mean, most of the time they don't, but if they do, they should be able to get access.
Wait, why don't they need a gun in prison to defend themselves? Can't they get assaulted or attacked in prison?
I mean, that's different. I mean, yeah, most of
aren't
the
they
time
at a higher likelihood of getting assaulted or attacked in prison, sir?
Yes.
So why shouldn't they be able to get access to a gun there?
Because that's prison. Two different things.
So you're saying because they committed a violent sex offense and they're in prison, they shouldn't be able to get access to a gun?
Well, I mean, because they'll try to start a riot for all we know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So why don't we just assume that's true also, like if they're out of prison?
I mean, because they still need something to protect themselves out of prison, because people will try to come to their house.
Again, I'm just not hearing a reason as to why that's justified. I think that's fucking crazy. What do you mean? Okay, so how about this? Do you think trans Americans should be able to get access to guns?
Wow, that's a deep question. No. What are you doing? Wow.
You're trolling, right?
No.
They don't need protection. So you don't think trans Americans deserve protection, but pedophiles do.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
okay, later, bud.
Okay.
Dude, these are the people I have to deal with, bro. Like, I'm sorry. These people are insane, bro. There's no way that person's like serious. Casey, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That was fucking crazy. Genuinely insane. I don't know how someone can sit there and say that. I just don't understand. Marianne, thank you for the $5. Yeah, they are all fucking crazy today. As well as Zay, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. Tom, thank you for the $2. And Aaron, thank you for the $2. And Val, thank you for the $2 as well. Savannah, nice to meet you again. I appreciate it. Thank you. It was nice to meet you. Let's make sure to get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. And thank you for the hand heart. Thank you very much. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hello.
How old are you?
49.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Election held today. Harris versus Trump. Who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, for sure. I have a few people to think that we can move on to our conversation. Sharon, thank you so much for the $50 over on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Give some W's for them in the comment section right now. You know what? I've actually heard multiple people say that just because I say it so quickly, and it's like muscle memory at this point. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's so funny. Thank you so much, Sharon. I really appreciate the kind words. Thank you very much. Katie, thank you for the $2 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hope I feel better too. You should try the tea throat coat to help preserve your voice. Performers use it for sore throats. I'll make sure to look it up. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll make sure to literally screenshot that actually so I can remember that later. Also, can you please ask one of the MAGAs where the hell Mitch McConnell is? Why is no one talking about this? Special election rules? Yeah, he has literally been having a bunch of medical problems recently, and a bunch of Trump supporters haven't been talking about it. So I think that they'd be lesser to talk about it, probably because he's not like the president, and they'd be more likely to talk about it with Biden. But I think it's way more prevalent with Mitch McConnell than it ever was with Biden. So they should be talking about it at least some extent. Alrighty, Jason, why do you support Donald Trump?
There's lots of reasons. I mean, so I think first of all, I think this is the reason Trump won too, is that, Trump is, obviously a politician now. He's been president for almost 6 years, but I think in the beginning he wasn't. He was more of a business person, and I think we were looking for a change, away from the, career politicians. And obviously he has been good for the economy. I mean, just look at 401ks in the stock market. It's been tremendous.
Okay. Did you know that the S&P 500, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq are growing at a lower rate for the last year and a half under Trump's administration comparative to the last year and a half under Biden's administration?
No. Nope.
It was. I've done the math myself.
Okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, Trump was much more qualified than Harris. I mean, Trump had already been president, and things went very well during his 4 years as president. Now, I do want to say one thing, and that's that, look, so I think a big problem that we have is that people either find themselves on the left or the right.
Wait, before we move on to the
100%
next
of
point,
the
you
time.
said that Trump was more qualified than Harris. Can you tell me what those qualifications are?
Well, I mean, he had already been president for 4 years. A successful 4 years as president made him a lot more qualified than Harris.
I don't think he was very successful. Also, she was a vice president, so you could point to that. Also, he didn't have any examples of qualifications outside of that. For
Can you tell
2016,
me anything she did was vice
for
president?
2016, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, but Hillary Clinton was more qualified.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think Hillary would have been president even if she were voted. I think it would have been Bill Clinton again.
No, it was Hillary Clinton.
Well, I mean, I get that.
Why
she
would
would
you
have
think it's Bill
had the title.
Clinton?
I think he would have been running things pretty much.
Why?
Maybe not. Maybe she was running things when he was president. It's possible.
No, I don't think
know.
I don't think that. I think that when Bill was president, it was Bill, and if Hillary were president, it would have been Hillary.
I think it would have been both of them. But anyway, so anyhow, back to what I was saying. Like, I think we have a big problem in this country in that people find themselves always on the right or always on the left. When that's not really true for anybody. It shouldn't be anyway, because I mean, no matter what issue you talk about, like, I think people pick an issue that's near and dear to them, and then that's the side that they tend to fall on for everything. If you find yourself always on one side or the other, then you're an extremist. I mean, that's the definition of an extremist, right? Always on one side or the other. So I'm not saying that I love everything about Trump, but I would certainly vote for him again. And I think that, I think he's doing a great job. The Iran war is maybe not one of his finer points, but he's done a lot of great things.
Like what?
I think we're going to look back in 40 years and see, and we're going to say that he's one of the best presidents that.
Okay,
that
what
we've
has he
had.
done that's been great?
I mean, he stopped 7 wars. He's propped up the economy like crazy. He's done a lot of good things. He's also done a lot of bad things. He's also created a lot of division. But that's how he got here too. I mean, he would have never been elected president if he hadn't made up terrible names for all the other candidates and such. So
Can you tell me 3 of the 7 wars that he ended?
Nope.
Okay. Can you tell me one main macro indicator within the economy, for example, real GDP growth, real median wage growth, unemployment, inflation, etc., that's better off since Trump got in office?
Sure. I mean, unemployment is better.
Nope, it's not. It's higher right now than it was when Biden was in office at the very end.
Okay. Well, I mean, just on immigration alone.
So you can't mention a macro indicator that's better off under Trump since he got in office?
Yeah, the stock market.
No, again, I just explained to you the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and Nasdaq have grown at a lower rate under Trump's administration for the first year and a half of his administration compared to the last year and a half under Biden. Try again.
Okay, but that's only looking at a year and a half. Look at 5.5 years compared to Biden's 4 years.
Yeah, if you look at Biden's overall 4 years, the S&P 500 grew at a higher rate than under Trump's administration if you look at an annual basis.
I'm not sure I agree.
I actually have the math right here. It went from 37.14 to 60.40, and then it went from 60.40 to 73.54. And if you calculate for an annual basis, it was 15.66% under Biden, and it's 14.5% under Trump.
So what's the Dow Jones?
I would have to look and do the Dow Jones numbers. That's for the S&P 500.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you'd find the same with the Dow Jones, but anyhow.
I have already done Dow Jones for the last year and a half of Dow Jones or under the Biden administration compared to the first year and a half under Trump. I just haven't done it for the entirety of Biden's administration yet. I assume it's under a similar trend as the S&P.
It may be similar. I mean, you're still close. The numbers you said were pretty close.
Well, by the way, that was categorizing the first 2 years, which includes the pandemic. Okay, if we look at the end of Biden's administration, the last year and a half, it was a lot bigger of a distinction. And even so, this is the one metric that you claimed that was better off.
Well, there's lots of things that are better off. I mean, look at immigration. I mean, we let in over 10 million illegal immigrants under Biden.
No, that's
We have-
wrong. The change in undocumented immigrant population was around 3.5 million.
No, everything I've read says 10 to 20 million. But
Yeah, what's
but
your
even
source?
3.5 million is a lot. Even 3.5 million is a lot more than we've let
Sir,
in,
what's your source of
uh,
10 to 20 million?
I don't have any sources in front of me right now, but I mean, everything I've read in the last.
Okay, well, if you look at Pew Research indicates a 3.5 million population increase for undocumented immigrants.
But if they're undocumented, we really don't know, do we? I mean, so there's a lot of them. The point is, a lot came in under Biden.
So then you
and
can't.
Not a lot of
So
come
you
in
say a
under Trump.
lot came in under Biden. So did you know at the end of Biden's administration there was a lower daily average of crossings than the end of Trump's first administration, meaning the border that Biden inherited was less secure under your own argument than the border he handed over to Trump.
But the border is much more secure now.
Would you like to respond to that point, though? The border
Yeah,
that Biden inherited was less secure than he handed over to Trump.
I don't know that I'd agree. I mean,
Biden made the border more secure, based on your argument.
No, not based on my argument.
Yeah, by the
I
end of
never
his
said
administration, there were lower daily crossings than when he got into office.
If they're how do you know that when they're undocumented? People are not registered.
Well, then how do you know that there are less
illegally.
undocumented immigrants coming to the country right now if they're undocumented?
Huh?
How do you know that there are less undocumented immigrants in the country
Because we're
right
not
now
letting people
based upon
across
your own
the border,
argument?
And Biden was letting people. Look, Biden had an open border policy,
Wrong.
Trump does not.
What does open border mean?
meaning that he relaxed checkpoints at the border. We were just letting people in.
Open border would mean no restrictions at the border, which clearly is not true. There were restrictions at the border. There were deportations at the border. You're just wrong when it comes to that.
So you think more illegal immigrants came in under Trump than Biden?
I think it's a fact that wait, sorry, what was the claim I just made?
You think that more illegal immigrants came into the country under Trump than Biden?
I don't think I ever said that.
That's pretty much what you said.
No, that's not what I said. I was talking about the
said
level of
you
border
said-
crossings on a daily average at different points in the administration.
I'm not interested in a daily average. I'm interested in the total number, though. If that's what matters, is how many people illegally came across the border.
Yeah, you said that
How many-
I can't have a number on how many undocumented immigrants came to the country, right? Because of the fact that they're undocumented. So I then asked you, how do you know that there are less undocumented immigrants that have come to the country under Trump's administration?
Just policy alone tells you.
Wait, no, but you can't estimate this because they're undocumented.
Sure, you can. I mean, if
Oh, okay, sure you can. Sure you can. You just argued against that like literally 45 seconds ago, sir.
No, you may not know exactly how many, but we do know that one president is actively not letting people cross the border, and another president is. It's given that there's more people.
What
coming
policy
in
did
than the president.
Biden pass that allowed for undocumented immigrants to go across the border?
He relaxed all the border checks, right? I mean,
By passing what policy?
it was just his policy.
What policy?
I don't know the name of his policy. I mean, that's
The Open Border Act, actually. Okay. Yeah, come on, man. You got to know what you're referencing. Otherwise, it's just nonsense.
it's not nonsense.
It is.
No, okay. So your claim is that more illegal immigrants came into the country under Trump than Biden.
That's not
That's
my
what
claim.
you're telling me.
That's not my claim.
That's what you're telling me.
No. I said Biden
telling
didn't
you
pass
more
a
came in
policy
under
to open
Biden
the
than Trump,
border.
and
That's
you're
what I
telling
said.
me-
I said Biden didn't pass a policy to open the border or to allow undocumented immigrants into the country.
He may not have had a policy, but he did it.
Okay. So then how did he do it if it wasn't by a policy?
I mean, call it what you want. I mean,
How do you do it?
probably via the budget.
Via the budget means you have to pass a policy to influence the budget, right? So what policy?
You have to pass a policy to influence the budget. I don't know.
Yes. You have to pass things through Congress to affect the budget.
Okay. I don't know the name of any. I don't know the name of any policies. I mean, but I mean to say that there are more illegal immigrants coming in the country under Trump than Biden would be ridiculous.
That's not what I said. I have literally never said that on an overall standpoint.
You said daily crossings were higher under Trump than they
daily
were
crossings under Trump's administration at the end of his administration were higher than daily crossings at the end of Biden's administration. Yeah, that's a fact.
But that's just.
But that's not referencing overall.
How many days are you looking at when you say the end of the administration?
The last few months of the administration on a daily average. Or last year, you could even say.
Where does that data come from?
It's directly from the DHS. You can find it on a Politico article. A Politico article cites the fact that you can just look up guess how much the border crossings were at the end of Biden's administration. I'm pretty sure that's the title. I've cited it on my live stream countless times.
Okay.
Or no, it was guess how much the border crossings plummeted after Biden put in a new policy. That's what it was.
So I'm interested. So switching topics, I'm interested in why you think Trump is a rapist. I mean, like, don't you think if there was any evidence whatsoever to show that Trump was a rapist, that the Democrats would have prosecuted him by now? I mean, of course they would have. I mean, you've got half the country that absolutely hates the man and would like to see the man, in prison or dead. So if there was any evidence in the world that showed that he had raped somebody, don't you think he would have been prosecuted?
Democrats don't prosecute, but he was held liable in the context of a civil court unanimously amongst a jury of 9 people for forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. The reason why it was in a civil court, not a criminal court, is because of statute of limitations, which was 5 years at that particular point in time, which means after 5 years, you couldn't try your abuser accountable in a criminal court, regardless of the amount of evidence. Which there were thousands of other people specifically that held their abusers accountable in the context of New York relating to these exact different cases in terms of the Child Survivors Act and the Adult Survivors Act that allowed for victims to hold their abusers accountable in a civil court, right, relating to these offenses that happened more than the statute of limitation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I agree. I mean, I think a lot of times people will pay money in a civil court just to make something go away, even if it didn't happen. So
no, he was he's forced to pay.
Evidence,
he's forced to pay. It's not that he just did a settlement. He forced to pay.
Okay. Well, I find it awful hard to believe that Trump has committed any serious crimes and not been prosecuted with the amount of
because you have TDS, sir.
No, I don't.
You have Trump devotion syndrome because he was held liable of sexual abuse.
I'm not devoted to anyone. I'm not devoted to anyone.
Sir, do you accept the determination from the criminal court in terms of the felonies against Trump?
What determination? That he lied?
No, that he falsified business records in the first degree, which is a Class C felony in the state of New York, because of the predicate crime.
Well, he falsified records about having an affair, and it was a consensual affair.
hide that story from coming out to affect his election prospects. So that's a felony. Okay, so
I don't know what his intent was. I don't know.
So by the way, even when he is prosecuted and convicted, you don't accept it. So yes, you do have TDS because you're saying, I don't believe the fact that he was held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman because he wasn't prosecuted. Okay, but then when he was prosecuted, you don't believe it.
The charge was lying. There was no charge of sexual abuse. The charges were all about lying. That's all it was.
I already told you that he was convicted of 34 felonies relating to falsification of business records. So
not a one was for sexual assault.
The criminal court you don't accept, but when it comes to the civil court with the sexual abuse, the reason why you don't accept that, sir, is because of the fact that it wasn't criminal prosecution. But then I point to a separate case that was criminal prosecution, but yet you don't accept the determination simply because it's Donald Trump that is determined to have committed the crime.
I voted for Kamala Harris, so it's not because it's Donald Trump.
You voted for Kamala?
Twice. Yep, I voted for Trump twice and Harris's last time.
Okay, so would you still? So you think you voted incorrectly, and you think you regret your vote for Harris?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Because she didn't win.
No, do you regret your vote for Harris?
Do I regret my vote for Harris? I don't regret anything, but I would. But if I had it to do over, I'd vote for Trump.
Okay, so again, you do think that you made the wrong decision. So, which is insane, by the way. Why would you change your mind on that? You were right the first time. You should have just voted for Harris.
No. I don't think so.
Why not?
I think because I think Trump's doing a good job. I think he's doing a better job than she would have.
Okay. On what?
As president.
But doing what?
Everything he's doing, except for maybe the Iran war. I don't know. And actually, the Iran war.
Okay, so then tell me. Give me any specifics of what he's done that's good that you like.
I have. I've told you. Immigration. I've told you about the economy.
Yeah, we already went over that, and you wanted to pivot. We already went over the economy. I already showed you were wrong on that as well. Trump is worse off in the economy in every metric since he got in office, starting the war with Iran and imposing tariffs, which have made conditions in the economy worse off.
I don't know that the tariffs have made things worse off.
They have, right? Because they've caused inflation, right? And that inflation has limited the ability for the Federal Reserve.
I don't see where inflation's worse now than it was under Biden.
It's 4.2% year over year right now. It was 2.9% when Biden left office.
Well, I'm just talking about my personal experience. It can be whatever percent you say, but I know what I was paying for groceries and such when under Biden, it was a lot more than it is now.
That's just not true. Grocery prices are higher right now, of course, because there's been inflation.
Grocery prices are higher. I mean, look at the price of eggs. Eggs were $8 under Biden. They're
the reason is
now.
because of bird flu, and then also because apparently there was like a collusion amongst a bunch of different egg producers to keep prices of eggs up. So there's a few things. It wasn't Biden.
Well, I don't know. I just know I'm paying a lot less for groceries now than I was under Biden.
Well, you must be buying less stuff. Or buying different stuff.
Not really. Haven't really changed my...
Okay, well, prices are higher now. So either you're not having a good memory, or you're buying different stuff, buying it in a different area, or you only buy eggs, apparently.
No, I don't only buy eggs, but I mean, the price of everything is lower than it was under Biden.
No, it's not.
And in fact, the price of everything.
You think the price of everything is lower in the economy right now than under Biden's administration?
Yeah, and in fact, it was lower.
So can I ask you a question?
Biden's administration.
Beef prices, are they higher right now, or under Biden's administration?
So beef prices might be the.
So beef prices have gone
exception.
up. Okay, let's keep going through it. Gas prices.
Gas prices are lower.
Nope, they're higher right now than they were at the end of Biden's administration. Wrong. Try another one. Let's go to a different one.
Nearly $5 during Biden's administration.
Yeah, you're pointing to a hyper-specific point under Biden's administration, one that wasn't caused by Biden, and two, wasn't when Trump inherited the situation. So when we say whether things got better or worse, it has to relate to what it was the end of Biden's administration. Okay? Coffee. Is coffee cheaper or more expensive now?
Wouldn't have a clue. Never drink coffee.
It is more expensive. Okay? All groceries are more expensive now because inflation has happened. Okay? That's a fact. You can look at it on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It will tell you that you're wrong.
Okay, you win for today.
Okay.
I'll come back.
Alrighty. See you then.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You as well. Michael, that's a different, not the person I want. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter by the age of 18. Grace, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate Grace. Thank you very much for the kind words. Thank you. And Emmy, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That's amazing to hear. W's for Emmy in the comment section. They said that they changed Trump supporters' mind. That's amazing to hear. That's amazing to hear. We love that, Emmy. That's exactly why I do what I do. Not only so that I can convince people in the stream or who watch the videos, but also so that I can give people arguments that they could then use, right, to then convince people in their own lives. So thank you for acting upon the information that we provide here in the streams. It's exactly why I do what I do. And, you know, it really makes me feel good to know that there are people out there carrying on the message. So I really appreciate that. Lila, thank you for the $2. Thank you. Probably say sushi if I had to say one. What's up? How old are you?
Sorry, I joined by accident.
You're good. Don't worry. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. What's up? How old are you?
Parker.
Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat, as always, everyone. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everyone. We're going to be live for another hour and 25 minutes, everybody. We're going to be live for another hour and 25 minutes, just letting everyone know. What's up? How old are you? If you're on YouTube, by the way, make sure to like the stream if you have not already. It really helps push out to significantly more people, so I would really appreciate if you make sure to hit that thumbs up, everybody. I would really appreciate it. Linda, thank you so much again. I appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. Fiona, thank you so much for the 67 cents. Thank you very much. I am Rebel. Thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Rebel. Maria, thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you very much. And Brooke, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. All right, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Everybody, we are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
Hi, I'm 19.
Do you support Trump?
19? Yeah, I do.
What's your birth year?
2006, August 23rd.
Okay, what year did you graduate high school?
Last year.
Okay. All right, if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, you said you'd vote for Trump, right?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I support him because I grew up in a Christian family and I support his abortion stance and also like immigration and stuff like that.
Okay. What about him?
I just don't agree with abortion and also the fact that he's, you know, the border closures and the fact that that has happened has meant that less illicit drug like activity has been going on in America, and I think that's a really good thing. And obviously I know you're going to bring up stuff about moral character, you know, what he's done, whatever, but genuinely I weigh like the effects he's having on the country higher than whatever morality, because like every politician is going to have some corruption, and I just like I don't really, it's not something that I weigh as highly.
Okay. How do you feel about the fact that Donald Trump pardoned the ex-president of Honduras that trafficked over 400 tons of sea drug to our country?
Like, how do you...
Okay, they're lagging. Hello? Okay. We're just going to go to the next person. Anthony, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. As well as Daniela, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And you're totally right, Daniela. Thank you so much. Yes, she is totally right. As well as Grace, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. As well as thank you very much to oh, it's not loading for me for some reason. What? Why did it not? Okay. I need to refresh my PayPal for some reason. It's not loading up. Let's get this next person up here. If you're on YouTube, again, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. I hope get it out to more people as always. Let's get this next person up here. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's get this next person up here. Thank you very much, by the way, to Harold. Thank you for the $20. Thank you very much. This is a new backdrop for now. I'm going to be building onto it, so there's going to be more stuff that is in the background. We're not quite done with everything and putting everything there yet. As well as Michael, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. And Elise, thank you so much for the $25 over on Venmo. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm trying my hardest here. Thank you so much. As well as Nancy, thank you for the fireworks show. Thank you very much. Alrighty. How old are you?
25.
And do you support Trump?
I used to support Trump.
Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everyone. Let's get this next person up here, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, okay. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everyone. We are just looking for debates. Do give it a quick second for people to get in here. We have another hour and 20 minutes left on the stream, everyone, just letting y'all know. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm a phenomenal.
Let's go to the next individual. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Gabe, thank you for the $4. Thank you. Yes, I actually did. I did. We are still adding to the background and stuff. I got to put stuff on my chest of drawers here, like on top of it, so people can kind of see like in the background. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter, again, above the age of 18, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Rebelati, thank you please send a guest request. Thank you so much for being here, saying I spew lies. Please send a guest request. You've been literally in my stream since like 2021, calling me a liar. Please accept that request I just sent you. You've literally been in my stream since like 2021, bro. It's been 5 years. Please join the live and debate me. I know you won't. It's been 5 years, bro. 2021, bro. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Connor, are you there?
18.
How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. We are just looking for debates. Oh, and Marissa, thank you so much for the $1. I do have to find a way to be able to put the lights in the background. I probably will just put stuff, though, because I don't know if I'll be able to do anything otherwise. Because I tried to set up the lights, but it is a little bit difficult. I also don't know if I can plug in more stuff, because I got to a point where I plugged in new stuff, and it literally turned off all the power in my room. Which is fucking scary. Like, the entire room just, like, shut off. And I literally was like and it was like right before my stream yesterday, so I was like, oh my gosh. Sam, you keep spamming the comment section. I'm not answering your question about abortion on Venmo. I looked through my Venmo. I do not see a question about abortion. If you'd like to resend a message about specifically... Oh, wait, here I see it. At what point during a pregnancy with where there's no imminent harm to the mother do you support making elective abortion illegal? I actually don't support making it illegal at any point, because I don't think that it's going to prevent people from getting it in situations in which it's lethal abortion after the point of sentience. Because I think that after viability, it's just going to be an induction of labor. So I don't really see a good reason to. Now, if there could be a full 100% perfect law that existed that would prevent people from getting elective abortions after sentience, I would support that. But I just don't think that exists, and I think that it inevitably would prevent more people from getting it who actually need it in terms of medical complications, medical necessity, etc., comparative to actually preventing abortions that I think are wrong from happening. Yo, what's up? How old are you? So it's simply just the risk-benefit analysis there. Jim, I want to say risotto? That's a type of pasta, right? I'm so bad at pasta names. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm a phenomenal.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
And what's your birth year?
2005.
Okay, and what month were you born?
August.
Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
I like his policies around unitary executive theory.
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. If you don't know, that's a troll. We convinced that guy a long time ago. That was actually his argument, and we convinced him, so I take pride every single time I hear that because I think it's a good thing. Why remove? Because we already convinced him. We've already convinced him. He's trolling. Yosef, how old are you?
I'm 96.
I couldn't really hear them at all. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Harold, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that's also very true as well. Thank you very much. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I have definitely thought about it. Adding a green screen element. Well, thank you very much. As well as Samantha, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you very much for your 100% right. If it can't exist, I agree with you. Thanks. Glad I had the right account. Well, thank you so much, Samantha. I really appreciate the $50. Give some W's for Samantha in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And I'm so sorry I didn't see your message from earlier. I'm so sorry. I must have accidentally just went over it. I try to get to everyone, but sometimes I miss. So thank you for letting me know, actually, in the comment section. Yotza, how old are you?
18.
And do you support Trump?
Yes.
Okay. And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
And what's your birth year?
2008.
Okay, for sure. And then I have one more person to thank, and then or two more people to thank, three more people actually, four more people. Sorry, and then I'll make sure to go into our conversation. Harry, thank you so much for the $250 over on PayPal. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much. I love what you do. Even though I'll never be able to debate because I don't support Trump, nor am I from America. I'm feeling very compelled to start a debate about Trump and Australia, Pauline Hanson, and the other nation party. Love as always. I think that's great, and I would love to inspire people in other countries to be able to advocate for more liberal policies as well. So that's fantastic. And I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Thank you so much, Harry. Can we get some W's for Harry in the comment section right now? Thank you for the fucking $250 over on YouTube Super Chat. That is actually nuts. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Let me make sure to thank some people over here on YouTube as well. Jordan, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to try that. I was doing lemon juice earlier, but I'm going to definitely try to do some honey as well. Zay, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hypno, thank you so much for the $10 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It must have been due to spamming. And again, they would specifically want to limit the spamming of other people who are typing that as well. It probably just depends on how much it was being spammed. So if you are spamming, you probably will get muted. That's just how it works on TikTok. And there's a very likely chance that it was possibly me that muted you. Just want to let you know, because I can't mute everyone, so the people specifically who were spamming the other thing, I just happened to not get to that because I was focused on the debate, whereas there was an open time for me to mute you there. So I do apologize. Appreciate the Galaxy, thank you very much. And I would recommend not spamming in the chat, and you probably won't get a mute. So, alrighty, Connor, why do you support Trump?
He has a lot of great policies that I support.
Okay, what policies?
Well, actually, not just policies in general. His dramatic reduction of.
Bro, the person Hypno just said bye. Dean will get my money. Okay, later. What, bro? That's so funny, bro. I literally just said I muted you because you were spamming in the chat. That's crazy, bro. All right, go ahead.
The decrease of illegal border crossings. I think it was 90% when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Wages have increased. Before the Iran war, gas did decrease substantially.
Okay, but Trump caused gas to go up.
That's my main things.
But Trump still did cause gas to go up. Yeah, that's something he started, right?
With every war.
And he started that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he started the war, and it caused gas prices to go up, not only just here, but all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
That destabilized our relationships with countries all around the world. He's threatened our relationships with Canada, right, by calling to annex their country.
Well, no, we're still friendly with Canada, definitely.
But less so than what we are under Democratic policy. And there are people boycotting American products in Canada right now because of the Trump administration.
Well, yeah, that's possible. But, the other stuff too. The border is the main thing I love about Trump. That is the main reason.
Okay. Alrighty. So can you name a benefit that's had on you personally, his border policy?
This gave me more job opportunities and less fear to be out in the streets to be attacked by illegal criminals. You know.
What state do you live in?
Texas.
You know that border cities are actually have less crime compared to the rest of the country?
No.
They do. On average, border cities have less crime comparative to the rest of the country. And also,
Well, that's
please
'cause
don't chew
they're
in the mic.
probably
Just letting you know. Maybe you should
sorry,
eat after you debate people.
I just made a pizza. My bad.
Totally fine. Just letting you know you're in front of like 9,000 people.
Okay, I'm swallowing. I'm done.
Julie, thank you for the baby dragon, by the way. You were saying? Demonic, thank you for the galaxies. Thank you.
Well, the border, you know, he has had the least amount of illegal border crossing since the 1960s. You know, and you know the crimes that these illegals commit are, you know, terrible. I was personally affected by illegal immigrant because they actually ran into my car.
How do you know that
And
they're
this is
undocumented?
Because he didn't. Well, I have multiple reasons, but he didn't speak English. He didn't have any ID because he literally showed me his wallet, and that was really it.
So, you know, that someone
and I know a
cannot
little
speak
bit of
English and not
Spanish.
have their wallet on them?
Well, no, he had his wallet.
Or, sorry,
but
not have their
he-
identification on them.
Well, I know a little bit of Spanish. Basically, what he was saying
You're eating
was that
again.
he doesn't have it. Sorry, oh my God, I forgot. He didn't have any identification.
Okay. Yeah, someone not having
I mean, that's
identification
possible.
on them at that point isn't necessarily evidence that they're undocumented.
Well, you can't own a car without identification.
You understand that you can have identification, but just not have it on you?
Yeah,
Have you
but
ever
he said,
left
like,
your
never had
identification
it.
at home?
No, he said he like never had an ID ever.
How do you know that they never had an ID?
He told me.
What did he say?
He said, "No ID. I don't have it."
That means he doesn't have it with him. That doesn't mean he doesn't
Yeah,
have
but
one at
what
all.
if he's lying? You know.
Okay, he could be lying too. Yeah, that's another example. How do you know that they're undocumented?
I kind of just inferred it.
Yeah, so that's not evidence that they're undocumented. That's just an assumption. And even so, you understand that that in terms of undocumented immigrants, that they're multiple times less likely to commit violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country compared to naturally born U.S. citizens. Did you know that?
Well, yeah, that's because, well, if that's true, which I'll just take your word for it, it is, but that's because they're undocumented. They can get away with stuff easier.
No, so they're less likely to commit these crimes.
Oh, but they can't be like identified, you know?
They
'Cause
can.
They're not in any. They're not in the databases. They don't have like background checks and stuff.
But there still is an arrest basis. And even so, like, there's countless things that you can't find U.S. citizens for right away, but they have to go through an
And also,
investigation
wait, is
process to
that-
identify this.
But okay. So you're saying that wait, what was your statement again? Illegals don't
Undocumented
don't commit as much
immigrants commit
crime?
lower rates of violent crime, drug crime, property crime in the country compared to naturally born U.S. citizens. This is a bibliography in my bio. You can check out many different
because
studies.
The natural born U.S. citizens are they're way more in population. Than
Yeah,
the
this is per
illegals.
capita, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I'd have to see a source on that.
Yeah, you look at the bibliography in my bio. I have an entire source document of different pages, of multiple pages of different sources. So it's not
Really?
just one study, it's multiple pages of different studies. If you'd like to go check them out. And they all correspond and say the same thing, that undocumented immigrants are committing less violent crime, drug crime, and property crime per capita compared to natural born U.S. citizens. That's why there's a bibliography in my bio. I try to provide people these resources. I really recommend that you look at it because it's separated.
Mhm.
It's really easy to find the information. And it's not like I'm just providing you one side of the information. I provide all sides of the information within all of the studies I show.
Yeah, I
Because
believe
it was set up by my friend Matt, who's a librarian, who like specializes in this.
Yeah, they're good at like organizing and stuff. Yeah. Okay. I do have one question for you though. Like, is there anything about Trump that you do like support that he's done?
Operation Warp Speed.
What is that?
It was to fast track the development of the vaccines during the pandemic.
Ah. What about second term? Is there nothing?
There was like an AI deepfake thing they tried to go after.
Yeah, I saw they did it in California.
And then I don't know about overall policies other than that. Not much there.
Yeah, but what about the other things like the stock market record highs?
That existed under Biden's administration, and it was growing at a higher rate under Biden's admin.
Well, yeah, maybe it's a higher rate, but it's still no, these are record highs. These are record under this term.
I understand. There were record highs under Biden. What you have to look at is the growth rate. The growth rate was higher when Biden was in office as opposed to Trump.
That makes sense. Huh. What about oil production? It's increased.
It was at the highest point it's ever been of any country in the history of the world under Biden's administration. Along with the fact that they also invested in other types of energy sources, such as renewables, which I think is very important for providing substitutes and reducing costs, and also for the long run in terms of addressing energy needs.
I'm reading right here, it's increased 2.5% the oil production in the United States.
2.1%?
2.5 oil production. Increased.
Okay, and what was it under Biden?
No, it's just like it increased so far 2.5%. Like,
did you know Biden
more.
signed 50% more permits than Trump?
No.
Well, you can take a look into that as well.
Interesting. Well, I also believe that Trump is, his administration is more hard on criminals,
He's a convicted criminal that pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers and called them patriots, who's prevented the release of the Epstein files even though he's legally obligated to release all of the files. How is he harder on criminals if he's literally prevented criminals from being held accountable on so many countless occasions?
Well, like the general of like America, not like the people, because those people were like not really convicted. It was like false charges.
You mean January 6th?
Or they were like meaningless.
January 6th, they were convicted.
Yeah, but like they supported him, so he's allowed to do that.
They supported him, so he's allowed to pardon them even though he assaulted police officers?
Well, they didn't really assault police officers.
They did. They were convicted of doing so. DJ Rodriguez drove a stun gun to the neck of Officer Fanone. Officer Fanone testified to this, and DJ Rodriguez admitted to it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So why does the national murder rates decline so far in her second term?
It was already declining since COVID. That's a trend that pre-existed Trump.
Still declining.
Why is it declining in New York City? Why is it declined? Why is it declined more and more? What's up?
He's deporting the illegals. That's why.
No, deporting undocumented immigrants does not decrease the crime rate.
Why?
Because they proportionally commit a lower crime level than the rest of the population.
Yeah, but even if they commit a lower level, wouldn't deporting them still reduce it?
No. According to the Cato Institute, it doesn't reduce it because of the fact that, again, there's a higher on-average crime rate for natural-born U.S. citizens comparative to undocumented immigrants. So if you remove a group of the population that has a lower than average rate of crime, then it's going to increase the crime rate. That's just how averages work.
Really? What about all the government spending that was cut? What do you think about that? That was done at the beginning, like Doge.
So Doge cut a bunch of government funding that was necessary and needed, and now we're having a bunch of negative impacts due to it, whether it be screwworm, where we saw multiple cases, specifically within Texas, or we can point to the fact that they have undermined USAID funding, which will lead to 14 million additional deaths by 2030, according to a Lancet study. And there's countless other things I can point to as well, but those are just a few things that demonstrate how insane the Doge cuts were. And we didn't even save money from it. We spent more money on Doge than we actually saved.
Dude, I'm just going to admit, bro, you're really good. You changed my mind, bro.
I appreciate it.
You actually did.
Well, thank you very much. Keep looking
All
into
right,
these
man.
things. I like you looking into it, and I like your open-mindedness.
Thank you, bro.
Have a great
See
day
you later.
yourself.
You too.
Juan, thank you so much for the $25 over on PayPal. Thank you very much. Get some W's for Juan in the comment section right now, as well as Violet. Thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I tried to get rid of it immediately. It's just a bot that does that, and they like spam things. Ian, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And then Justina, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much, Justina. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Always good to see you, Justina. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. Ian as well, again, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. And alrighty, let's go on to the next individual here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. We have about an hour still left on the live for today. For the 3.1 thousand people here on the YouTube stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Let's try to get it to 2,000 likes. We're actually pretty close to it. We're around 1.6 thousand right now. So if you want to help me get to 2,000, I'd really appreciate it. If you're over on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 2 million likes. We're at 1.2 million right now. I would really, really, really appreciate it as well. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? I see 5.6 thousand online. That's over here on TikTok. We got 3,100 over on YouTube as well. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm a phenomenal black woman. If I
Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Alrighty, yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
How old are you?
Hello?
Hello. How old are you? Okay. Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Trump?
Alright, I'm joking, but really quickly,
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
And do you support
28.
Trump?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Do you support Trump?
I don't know. I was going to ask you about that.
Okay, I am just debating people specifically who do support Donald Trump. If you are curious to find out whether you do, I recommend watching the debates. You'll hear my arguments, you'll hear the Trump supporters' arguments, and I bet it will lead to you being convinced that my arguments are better. Or you can always watch my debates with people over on Jubilee, or you might feel like there are better debaters. I debated a bunch of big names on Jubilee. You can go watch that as well, who are MAGA supporters. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 19.
Do you support Trump?
Okay, I'm actually from Canada, but I genuinely have a question.
We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. If you have any questions, I recommend you can ask me near the end of the streams when I do Q&As every once in a while. Plus, you can also check other stuff for asking me questions. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hi, I'm 26. I was born in 1999. So
Do you support Trump?
debated Dean a couple. Sorry. So I debated Dean a couple times. I just want to ask if you'll condemn.
Are you a
laws
Trump
for-
supporter?
I'm not.
Okay.
But will you condemn?
Yeah, I do, by the way. I know what question you're asking. I do. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
28.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
If the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay. And why do you support Trump?
All this stuff he does for the stock market.
Stock market? Did you know the stock market has grown at a slower rate since Trump got in office?
But he's what's making it keep going.
What's up?
He's making it keep going up.
He's making it keep going. No? What has he done to make it go up? Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's go to the next person, everybody. They're not here either. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates.
Hey,
What's about you?
how's it going? 20.
And what's your birth year?
Nigger.
You're disgusting. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18, and we are just looking for debates. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Carolyn, thank you for seeing right. You're disgusting. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Stop running. I'm a phenomenal black woman. If from the past.
Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Ren, they give the gold medal. Thank you very much. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request again if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. By the way, everyone, we have about 54 minutes left on the stream, everyone. Just letting y'all know. I'm a bit sick today, so I'm going to be getting off right at 4 hours for today. I don't see myself getting over 4 hours for today, to be honest with you. Let's get this next person up here. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, Dean, why are you afraid to debate tax?
Are you a Trump supporter?
Of course.
Okay, and how old are you?
I just want to know why you're afraid to debate tax paying American.
And how old are you?
Don't dodge the question.
I'm asking you a question of how old you are just to ensure that you can stay on the live. I wouldn't be asking you this question if I was going to dodge and kick you from the stream. You have about 3 seconds to answer my question. If you don't, I will kick you. How old are you?
I'm old enough.
How old are you?
Old enough.
Okay, well, you're just going to get kicked because you won't answer a question. All you have to do is tell me your age. Like, it's not difficult. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
38.
What's your birth year?
1988.
Okay, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Kim, thank you so much for $25 for makes me so happy when you change someone's mind all the time. And energy dealing with the crazy is worth it for those moments. You know what? That's exactly what I think too. It's those conversations, they make me so happy like every single time it happens. So, and surprisingly, it happens like multiple times a day. It feels like I feel like I'm getting pretty good at changing people's minds. Like typical people, there's obviously always like the crazies that'll never be able to change their mind. That always exists. We're familiar with them, but there's so many people out there, their minds can be changed. And, it gives me a lot of hope to see that people are changing their minds. So that's good for me and for everyone to be able to see that. So, Anthony as well, thank the $5. I hope I feel better pretty soon too as well. I hate being sick. Y'all know I hate being sick because I love going live and it makes me feel like I can't go live sometimes. But like I'm always someone who's gonna push through it. I feel fine enough today to go live, so we're good. And whatnot. But I hope it doesn't progress and get worse by tomorrow. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Because if it did get worse, I probably wouldn't be able to go live, to be honest. Like, if it were more than just, like, a sore throat, like, if it affected my brain, oh, dude, that's brutal. Whenever I'm sick and, like, I'm, like, really tired and I can't really think, it's, like, impossible to do streams for long periods of time with, like, the really strong lights in front of you, trying to focus and talk to people for a really long time, trying to deal with bullshit from people. Like, that is really hard to do when you're sick. Like, my patience gets even less. Julie, thank you for the level ship. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you?
Okay. I'm 26.
Do you support Trump?
What?
Do you support Trump?
I'm not against them, but I'm not like. My question for you is: do you think he's a pedophile?
Yes, and I'm gonna go to the next person because you're not a Trump supporter. So only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Also, bro was like across the room from his microphone. Bro had his microphone as a Connect mic, across the room, bro. Xbox Connect mic, bro.
We are Charlie.
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. By the way, Shannon, thank you so much for the $75. That is so crazy. Thank you so much, Shannon, for the $75 over on Venmo. Thank you for holy crap. Are those MAGA still drunk from the 4th? They can't make sense out of anything. Hashtag TDS, hashtag Parker for president. Well, thank you so much, Shannon. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. And honestly, yeah, some people must be. They must be. It must have, the alcohol must have continued, actually. Okay. I hope so, at least. Because if this is what they are like sober, that's brutal. CG, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. What's how old are you?
26.
And do you support Trump?
Yeah.
What's your birth year?
2002.
Nice math. You're 26 and yet you were born the same year as I was born, and I'm 24? That's diabolical. CG, thank you for the $10. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's important. There's been multiple people today that have been really, really like that, to be honest. I've been pretty hard on them, so I'm happy about that. Ruben, thank you for the $3. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's great. That's great. And what comics? What comics are you reading? As well as Megan, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. He'll have 13 years to think about that along with the officers. Yeah, seriously. That's crazy. That's so sad at the very end that you said of your statement. Thank you so much, Megan. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, January 6th was a horrible day in our history. What's up? How old are you? Kristen, thank you so much for the $5 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you very much. Let's get this next person up here. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Paisley, thank you for the $3. Thank you very much for the kind words. And then Juan, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the or Juan, thank you so much for the $4.20. Thank you. Yes, I'll definitely have to do some tea, honey, and I'll add the rest of what you said as well. I think that would be a decent idea. Hopefully that will help. How old are you?
We are fucking Charlie Kirk. We are.
Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates, everybody. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. You know what I don't understand? How can someone still think that's funny at this point? Maybe because they think they're rage baiting at this point. Like, that's the only possible way I could think that they could find it funny, is they think it's like rage baiting me or something. Like, wouldn't you like expect it gets old at a certain point? You know. What's up? How old are you?
Hey, just want to get on here and say that you and Dean do amazing work.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And they said it quick because they knew I was going to kick them. You're funny for that. I appreciate you very much. You were like me trying to get everything I had to say out before Charlie Kirk interrupted me. What's up? How old are you?
I was born April 5th, 2008, making me 8.
No fucking shot. No fucking shot. Okay, you're probably 8, dude. You're probably 8. Not 18. You're probably 8. What's up? How old are you?
I'm 20.
Do you support Trump?
Yes.
What's your birth year?
2006.
Okay. And if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
And you said you were how old again?
I'm 20.
And what month were you born?
I was born in March.
Okay. Alrighty. Why do you support Trump?
He just fits more of my ideals as president.
Such as?
Well, I'm a neo-libertarian phalangist, therefore... You're fucking pussy fucker, go fuck yourself.
Earl, think of the galaxy. They just left after saying that, like what? Wow, bro, that was real funny. You really owned me there, man. You really got me there. You're disgusting. Only send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates.
What?
What's up? How old are you?
Don't do it. Brushing my teeth.
Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Please, everybody, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We're going to be on for about, 45 more minutes or so?
president.
Appreciate you very much. Appreciate you. We're just looking for debates, everybody. Probably 1 or 2 more people left on the stream for today. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Alrighty, only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. We are just looking for debates. And Chris, thank you for the $5. I'll have to try that as well. Thank you very much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm so green.
Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yeah, Chris, that's a good idea. I think that would help. Let's get to the next person. Again, if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, everybody. How many likes are we at on YouTube? Let me know if you're on the YouTube stream. Let me know how many likes we're at. Actually, I guess I could pull it up here. I think we're at 1.7. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
23.
Do you support Trump?
I do.
What's your birth year?
2002.
And what month?
July 17th.
And what state do you live in?
I live in Colorado.
What time is it?
Parker, in life, people just need...
Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Dad, thank you for the $5. Microphone just cut out. I apologize. Deb, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. This is a high-level source close to the White House tells me Mitch McConnell is officially brain dead. He's not coming back. Loomer wrote on post on X. That's crazy. I'll have to look further into that. I haven't seen that quite yet. So as Anthony, thank you for the $5 for when I was young like you. I'd feel a bug coming on and I'd hoop and sweat it out. Maybe sweat it out in exercise or some sort of exertion. Maybe. I've never tried that before. Whenever I do exercise when I feel sick, I always get significantly more tired. And I feel worse. So I could try it, but I don't know how I would feel. I feel like I might feel worse. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I swear I did not mean to request. Sorry, bro.
Oh, you're totally fine. Don't worry. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you? And I am taking vitamin C and zinc. Those are like the first things I do. I think I typically take zinc anyway. And vitamin C. I think I actually typically already take it because it's like a part of my hair medication. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Alright, let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 49.
Do you support Trump?
Absolutely.
Okay, and if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
It wouldn't do me any good to vote for Harris.
Okay, why do you support
That's where
Trump?
we're at right now. That's what we're doing right now because y'all have control of policy.
Okay. Like what?
Can I ask you about what y'all are doing to support something rather than you just doing the regular things that you normally ask about?
What does that mean? I'm confused with your question.
Well, do you realize that your side supports staffers student loans being paid for, and then they denied it to everybody else?
Staffers student loans being paid for?
Yeah, for like 2 decades, staffers get $80,000 worth of their student loans paid for.
What staffers?
Congressional staffers, they get up to $80,000. It's part of the benefit package. And
No, I mean, I'd have to look at that. I'm not quite familiar. I don't know if that's Democratic policy.
It's there. That's what I'm saying is that this has got to be a scam, because if we've gotten this far where y'all are enacting policy through not knowing what's going on with your leaders.
Wait, try that one more time.
You want to know why I'm okay with Trump being your sexual predator?
He is.
Because I know that he is, but do you want to know why people on my side are okay with that, which I'm not, but I can tell you why they are.
Okay,
Because
why
I
are
come
they?
from the generation where statutory rape was enacted, and there was a lot of dudes who had to just deal with it, that they had girlfriends when they were 19. A lot of 19-year-old boys went to jail because the policy then was, sorry, I know you didn't mean it, but it is what it is. The law is the law. And now look, here we are where y'all are doing policy like in the background, really, because y'all aren't doing anything about it. You're just complaining about it.
Like, do you disagree with statutory rape laws?
Absolutely. No. I went through when I watched friends that were like 19 and had 16-year-old girlfriends where they went to jail. That was when we enforced it. In my generation, we said we put our foot down because every generation before us was being molested, and we were stuck with those, like our papas.
I'm
and
pretty
stuff
sure
who were
19
crazy.
and 16 is legal in most states in the U.S. because of Romeo and Juliet laws.
Well,
That could have
when
been
it was
different when they
enacted,
were originally
but it
being
wasn't when
applied.
at first it was no leeway. When it was enacted, there was no leeway at all because there wasn't room to play with it.
I mean, I would have to look
when it
back
was
and see
first.
the specific
Yeah.
implications of those policies.
Well, I was around when it was enacted, and if we wouldn't have held fast to like admitting, believing a victim back then, it wouldn't have never happened because we had to.
Yeah, we
had
should
to
be
watch
believing victims. Do you
guys.
agree?
Oh yeah, but we had to
So
watch
do you
guys
believe
who.
E. Jean Carroll?
Oh, absolutely. But I also have looked up the case, but I think that he doesn't think he did anything wrong. I don't think he maliciously hurt her. It's that nobody is realizing he's in a position, he don't know how we live. And so the only way that I have to keep supporting him because I wouldn't do any good otherwise. These got dudes who are on your side. You don't think Howard Lutnick is smiling at y'all? How he's got him under the reins for y'all?
Howard Lutnick
Lutnick's
was
the worst dude.
Howard Lutnick was proven to have been on Epstein's island. There's a picture of him
So why are y'all
on
still
the
letting
island
him
with
stand
Epstein.
there smiling at y'all? Why are y'all not bringing him up first? Because he's worse. He was the neighbor.
You know, I've brought up Howard Lutnick a million times, and I tell
Okay,
people.
then what? But he's still there.
Howard Lutnick specifically is someone that Trump has kept on the administration, even though he was proven to have been on Epstein's island.
But by supporting Trump, I'm on the side where I can actually try to get influence to have my voice heard, to use that Trump still for what goodness he might have in him. It's always been that way.
I'm really confused with the argument here. Like, could you like maybe specify like why you like Trump? Maybe like tell me one of his policies you like.
Because I cannot find any logical way to get past the left just wants to hate Trump because there's no action with y'all, and that means that the non-action means y'all are holding the community that should have been doing revolution for Charlie Kirk. To this day, we should still be doing it because the fact that nobody did anything about it. How would Rodney King have happened in this day and age?
I think you're all over the place. I don't even know what you're arguing. Like, can you make sense?
Why
Like,
y'all
what about Charlie
why are y'all
Kirk?
not revolting about Charlie Kirk being assassinated in front of your eyes?
Why am I not revolting?
That's your peers.
What? I'm confused. Why am I not
5,000
revolting because of that?
You have 5,000 people
makes
in
no
your
sense.
chat that need to be motivated to revolt. Rodney King would have never happened.
I
in your
disagree
generation.
with revolution. I don't think that we should be engaging in
Even
violent
if somebody's
revolution.
assassinated in front of you.
Yeah, I don't think that we should be revolting because of Charlie Kirk being murdered. I think that we should try to
Well,
create systems within our democracy to be
and
able
that's why I
to
can't be on the
mitigate
left.
murder and death. I think that the best way to do so is to do so through our democracy. It's not necessary to utilize violence in order to be able to
I
create better
understand that
conditions
there's
within our
times
country.
for that, though,
That's why we
Parker,
have
but
a
who-
democracy, and I
I'm
believe
sorry.
more in peaceful changing of people's minds to change things through democracy than I believe in violent revolution within
I
our
know,
current
but
society.
But when it happens in front, do you know who Reinhard Heydrich is? Do you know who the Butcher of Prague is? The Nazi that was.
Yes.
Okay, how was he assassinated? What did it take? What state of mind did the guys have to be in to assassinate him? Do you know anything about him?
I don't remember his
assassination?
assassination. I don't know.
Okay, that in order to kill that Nazi, two dudes had to had to take a rare opportunity to assassinate him, knowing that their families and entire villages were eradicated for that change. And if you can't do anything when you have the opportunity when somebody gets assassinated, that your peers to say, okay, this is a moment where we at least do a peaceful sit-in.
Are you advocating for assassinations right now?
I'm advocating for why didn't y'all at least go do a sit-in this week in front of the mall. Instead, y'all shamed everybody to
You
not
mean
show up,
in
and
DC?
then complained when the Nazis did.
You mean in DC? I was
Yeah.
there.
Well, why didn't you organize a sit-in? Well, you've got 5,000
When you
people.
say organize a sit-in, because
organize
I
a
don't
sit-in
want
for
to
Charlie
listen.
Kirk.
Let me explain. Because I don't want to tell people on the internet where I'm going to be before I'm going to
Then
be
why
there.
are you holding that community?
Can I
They're all
please
waiting for your instructions.
finish without you cutting me off? Been very nice. I'll let you speak. I let you
I know.
speak.
It's serious. It's more serious than that. That's all.
Yeah, let me know when I can
see your
speak without
power.
interruption.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the reason why I wouldn't do things like that in person is because I think that it could put me and my life at risk, because the fact that there are people on the internet that really dislike me, and what would put my life at risk is that if there are people on the internet that really dislike me, that want to do something against me, that know where I'm going to be in person when I go there. So I think that that's going to be a reason why I wouldn't do that in the very first place, or that if I specifically would do that, I would have to have like heavy security or like things set up in order to be able to prevent things like that from happening, just
can
because
see
there are
that.
people on the internet that would do things like that. But did I go to DC?
I
Yeah, I
understand
actually
that.
went to DC and I was debating people there.
I understand. I don't think that you're doing what you're. I don't think that you're picking the wrong side. I think that you're not seeing that you're picking the wrong side, because I know that you have the right intentions and the right influence, and I think that you're holding community hostage and don't realize it. Because there should be somebody that steps up and saying to you, wow, you've got 5,000 people that I want to vote for me. And has anybody came to you to talk about that? Because they do studies about that. They're looking for those 5,000 people in your group, and nobody's coming to you to organize them, are they? They're like the silent voices of the youth they're begging to do something, and they don't even do anything when Charlie Kirk gets brutally assassinated for the whole country.
I don't know what you're arguing at this point. Can you just tell me like a Trump policy like?
Trump policy. I don't think he's had any policies. That's the problem. He's so far held hostage by the left that you can't get to him. He thinks that people want to leave their garage doors up or up so they don't damage garage doors. He's been influenced that far by y'all to do the wrong thing that now he's saying weird shit to just keep up the Trump hate.
What do you like that Trump's doing?
At this point, there's not really anything, because y'all are that inside doing nothing, doing absolutely nothing, because nothing goes beyond talking about how much you hate Trump. No action.
So you don't support Trump?
As a president, you mean as a person?
Like if the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, you said you would vote for Trump, right?
Absolutely. But,
So can you tell me anything that Trump has done that you like?
I don't have to like Trump, because when we were my generation, if they would have interrupted Young and the Restless with the president, my parents would call the TV station and say, "Get that shit off my TV." That's their job. I'm not supposed to have to pay attention to what the president does. If I have to, then he's not doing his fucking job. That's how politics are supposed to run. If you have to pay this much attention and aren't doing anything that past talking about it, then you're just in the way.
No, I think that we all need to stay involved with politics so that we can
You're
prevent
not supposed
harm.
to have. There's a problem if we have to be this involved. It means
No.
it's not running right.
Yeah, but you understand that we need to ensure that we still involve ourselves with these systems to prevent ourselves from getting into these issues in the very first place. And you
I
shouldn't
know,
be
and it's
supporting
so
the
hard.
side. You shouldn't be supporting the side that's actively undermining our constitutionally protected rights, our democracy, our rule of law, right? And you can't even mention a single thing that you
I know,
like
but
that
let
he's
me
done.
tell you. Will you give me some grace to tell you to Paul for you to absorb what I'm about to tell you so you understand why?
Okay, go ahead.
20 years ago, I was the first female to run in Louisiana under the Green Party, and I had to trick you to get into this live and tell you that I have had a crisis of ideology, and because you are the same age as my kids, and I used to pick on them that they needed to be more like you, that I don't want to bring you down with what I'm about to expose, which is a rot. It is a rot that I've been exposed to by just trying to talk to people about it. It was an immediate rot.
Okay, so you don't support Trump, and you were just purposefully
I
lying
just
to get on
needed
the
to reach
stream.
out and let you know in some way if I could reach you. If I can't, that's fine. But I would have felt terrible for you to be collateral damage, because it's
Collateral
Parker,
damage where?
I wouldn't have done all this if I didn't mean to do it for a purpose. This is an act of kindness between me and you. Nothing exists right now except me reaching out to you as a stranger, because you really were in my household with me watching you debate, wishing it, because you're the same age as my kids, and I lost my kid to MAGA, and he was raised by a mama in the Green Party, and I haven't been able to figure out why, and now I can see his logic. And I did not know what to do with that, because I've been an activist since I was 14, creating environmental clubs, and I was going to lose myself until I realized, holy shit, my community is gone.
So wait, what makes you think I'm going to be collateral damage? Like, what do you mean?
Because the left is rotten.
The left is rotten.
That's why you had people in here tonight trying to talk to you about things that you were like, how can you support? I see it. I'm not the only one here now that's telling you I would change my vote.
How is the left rotten?
Because I don't think, that's what I'm saying. You might not be able to tell, but there's bad guys. For instance, it goes so far to the top. Jen Psaki had the audacity. I made a video about it on my page where she is like interviewing a former MAGA, and she's like, she didn't know about January 6th. Jen Psaki was the top press person to get the truth to the people when that happened. So that's her fault. And she's saying it like she didn't even know. She doesn't even, it's the irony. It's so disgusting.
I'm not familiar with her not knowing, but even if she didn't know, that's not going to be indicative of the
Jen
entire
Psaki's
left.
job. That was her.
That's not the indicative of the entire left not being able to operate properly.
Should be this involved, and we shouldn't. Everything.
Here's my thoughts. So I understand that you say like we should have to not be involved in politics, and I understand where you're coming from, and I think that makes sense from a sense that like, oh, things should be good enough where like people shouldn't have to involve themselves in politics. I get where you're coming from. What I would say though is that we need to ensure that we're involved in politics to prevent ourselves from getting into circumstances right where people are disenfranchised. And I think that our unwillingness to involve ourselves in politics then proportionally leads to the worst of the worst being involved in politics to the greatest extent possible. So I actually think it's really important.
I live in poverty. I got my food stamps taken away, and y'all have not been harmed by any of this shit at all. And I live with my best friend is a black woman who's a grandmother who keeps 8 kids, some of them foster, and they are just it's a festering that's happening because they can't even go buy a cold Coke in this hot summer. And who do you think they're taking that out on? Because of my best friend. And I don't mean to sound so like passionate,
who would have
but
created
it's like,
better conditions though? Would it have been Democrats?
But y'all let them take their food stamps away. Y'all aren't doing anything to stop it.
You say you understand that we need to be in office to be able to do that, right?
And the people that know that you're here and they know how to repair it, and they're not doing a damn thing about it. Trust me.
That's just not
they
true.
Know.
We need the votes. So here's what you need to do. You need to vote for Democrats in the midterms, so that we can have enough people to hold Trump accountable, to do investigations against the Trump administration, to expand access to food stamps and health insurance.
I ran for office in the Green Party, the first female 20 years ago, and a Republican.
I understand, but the Green Party has no shot to win.
But you're going to sit here and tell me I need to vote for Harris? That's the answer for me? That's
yes.
the direction.
Yeah, is to vote for Democrats. Yes.
So you.
That is a solution that will make things better.
If you think I've ever voted for a Republican, if I ran in the Green Party, then you're missing the plot part.
Well, I never said you did vote for a Republican. I never said that, but I just said that like, what is the best thing to do right now?
I would never vote for a Democrat. They're not doing anything.
There we go. So you say you're not going to vote for a Democrat because they're not doing anything, which inevitably creates conditions. Think about this. There's so many people.
What are they doing to make it better?
Listen, just one second. Ma'am, listen 1 second. I don't want to have to mute you. I'm going to mute you if you don't stop. Okay? So there are so many people out there that are just like you, that are left-leaning or liberal-leaning, that inevitably, because they don't go out and vote, leads to greater chances that Republicans get into office. You have a greater shot at getting people in office who are more left-wing, who are more progressive, or are going to be more likely to provide healthcare, childcare, housing affordability, and basic necessities to people, and to fight for your environmental policy if you vote for Democrats as opposed to Republicans. Kamala Harris supported the largest funding of renewable energy in the history of this country, in the history of the world, okay, of any country in all of existence, the Inflation Reduction Act. We can also point to the fact that they had the unprecedented levels of healthcare expenditure that they were advocating for in terms of a universal healthcare system that they were advocating for, to expand the federal minimum wage. they wanted to do that as well. They wanted to increase access to childcare. They wanted to decrease the taxes on working class people in this country. All of those things are things Democrats wanted to do. But in order to be able to do those things, we need Democrats in Congress that will vote for those policies in the first place, which means not only on the federal level do you have to vote for Democrats, but also on the local level to then ensure that we overall have enough people in Congress to be able to pass these policies in the first place. Simply just because we haven't got the policies passed already doesn't mean that Democrats have done nothing to be able to get to that point. And any Democrats that have done nothing to be able to get to that point, we should vote those Democrats out and replace them with other Democrats that will do something about it. I don't dispute you there. If there are Democrats doing absolutely nothing that are just trying to play the system so that they can just get elected and they don't care about actually helping their constituents, let's get them out of there. They're also just as much of a limitation for us being able to progress in our society as the Republicans that are holding back the policies and not voting for them as well. So I do agree. There are Democrats that need to be criticized. There are Republicans that need to be criticized, but the Democrats are definitely preferable to the Republicans. And the more that we choose the better of the two options, the more that we will have better options.
Okay, before I respond to that, can I just make sure that you understand that me being here is not serving me a purpose other than just wanting you to know that as a stranger, what an influence that you had on me from me being hopeful. And before I respond to it, can I show you how much I pay attention with this? When October 7th happened, I went to my children, and they're your age. I have a 26-year-old and a 22-year-old. One of them went MAGA because he goes to church with Mike Johnson, and that weasel is my enemy. I know how much he spends on lunch. That's how deep I know. I check his expenses. And after October 7th, I went to my kids and I said, look, Palestine is about to get their ass kicked. And I need you to know that does not mean that's because people are going to say Israel is right. And I have been so, and I've had times where I wanted to become Jewish just as a sign of support because of what they went through during the war, because I know about World War II so much. I was obsessed with learning about World War II history. So I feel that type of way about what the Jews went through back then. But what Israel has been doing, I had my boss when I worked for an attorney when I was y'all's age explain to me what was the problem with Israel, because I just didn't want to pick a side. I never have been like that. Nobody tells me what to think. I make sure I study do your own research. I am the do your own research person. I mean, if that was a person, it's me. What I know to be true is because I checked it. I don't believe what anybody tells me. If I don't already know that person checked it first. If you're not smarter than me then on some shit coming out of your mouth, then I'm going to check for it. So I knew that Israel would be the bad guy about the terrorist attack. And I went to my kids and I said, don't let it influence you, because I was terrified that they would be a part of that horrible side of viewpoint. And then when y'all supported Palestine, I was so excited. And then it didn't fucking matter. And I thought, what is it doing any good for me to just have a belief then? I can't even influence my kids. One of them went MAGA. He cut me off MAGA, hardcore MAGA. And I have been wrestling that forever. And Mary Lou is the one who changed my mind about him not having, through Mary Lou on Necessary Podcast, I was able to know that meant he still had some goodness. Because I was like, am I going to have to resort to say that my kid has no goodness in him? How could this be? And it's because there's a logical pathway to the left just wants to hate Trump. And I've seen it now.
Okay, here's the issue. I think that you can have conversations with your son and your kid, and you can talk to them about why they hold those positions in the first place. It's not that just the left wants to hate Trump. It's that Trump is a hateable person, and the things that he's done are reasons to hate him.
This is where I needed grace, because I knew that I would feel like I would drag that out, and I'm sorry. As far as when you said about voting, that's what I was trying to answer. When I voted...
Wait, can I also address this? Like, you should look into the Nakba, look into Israeli apartheid within the context of the West Bank.
I mean, I promise you I'm not coming at you where I don't know about. I promise you I'm coming to you right now as your elder. I promise. So I don't want you to feel defensive. Like, what I'm saying to you, I've looked at any kind of policy, like, I'll whip out and show everybody how Congress is spending so much money. It's god awful. Johnson is buying $3,000 Chipotle lunches for no reason every freaking day, and telling us to take away our food. He spent $71,000 on a catering event on July 4th last year. Nobody knows any of that. I do. I call them and call them out on it. Like, I'm on it. I promise you that I'm not coming to you from that part. But I'm trying to answer you about what you said about voting. I had moved right before it was time for the election, and I was so worried that my vote would not be counted, and because I had moved that. I'm redneck. I've been living in conservative Louisiana my whole life, and I have been doing anarchy since I was a kid. Like, I wrote out against the Iraq War. Nobody else was against. I don't need anybody to stand up with me. I've always stood alone because I get off. Like, I get off on it, So I ran to the polling place, and I didn't even really make it on time. And I knew that there was a possibility that me moving would keep me from voting for her. And so I wore a red shirt just in case some redneck was in control of that decision, so they would think I was MAGA. And I was the last person to vote for her. And I went out of that school dancing because my vote was going to count. So I am voting like you just told me to. Trust me.
Okay. Well, then I appreciate that. I am going to go into the next person. I do appreciate you coming.
Okay, I'm glad you are, because I just wanted to leave a nugget. Because this is what I wanted. I wanted this to end right. Thank you, because I've tried to reach you through other outlets, and like I didn't want you to know that I'm here before I start working towards doing what I'm telling you I'm about to do. And I have a voice at least enough to start spreading what the rot is. And I don't want you to think. I wanted you to hear that there was a way to not have a crisis of your identity, because I know you're a good guy. Okay? Because you're like my other baby. You're like my bonus baby. And you didn't even know it. Like, I was like griping at my kids, like, why can't you do this? Things would change if you would just speak up. It's been hard for me to have kids that are apathetic, because they were raised by me where they don't have the energy to try to change the world. And a mama that's been like acting like a drill sergeant over doing acts of kindness their whole life. And look where it got me. I live with systemic failures and still in poverty because of me spending, I don't know. They think it's because I spend time here, even though it's because other shit happened and I waste time here. That's what it looks like to them, that I waste time still being active. But whatever. I don't, if you don't change the world, then you can't sit around and just wait for somebody else to do it.
Yeah, I think that's a good mantra. You should go out there and try to do it yourself in whatever way you think is going to be the most beneficial, and whatever way you're most skilled in doing so. So I appreciate you coming up. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm glad I got to talk to you.
Have a great
Bye.
night. Alrighty, let's go into the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Everybody, we got one more person here for today, everyone, and then we're gonna get off for tonight. My voice is starting to die here. You can tell my voice is starting to get more raspy for sure. Oof. Celise, by the way, thank you for the $50 over on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. I said it to Dean earlier and saying it to you now. You, sir, are the GOAT. Feel better soon. Well, thank you so much, Celise. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate the kind words. I hope I feel better soon. Sore throats, being sick is like my least favorite thing in the world. It's kind of hard to like speak after a while when your job is to speak and then you got a sore throat. That one's a little bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Fun size. Think of the double firework. Nancy, think of the $20. They said, Parker, wear a Cyclone shirt and I'll give you a $50. It's an Iowa thing. I do know it's an Iowa thing because I grew up in Iowa and I'm very familiar with the Cyclones. I don't have a Cyclone shirt because I've only been to the University of Iowa to be able to get the Hawkeyes one. Next time I go, if I end up going to Iowa State, maybe then I'll get a Cyclone shirt. I've never got one though, and I've always been a Hawkeyes fan actually. So that is an interesting thing. As well as Jeff, thank you for the $10. Thank you for the bonus, baby. Thank you very much. Shref, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. Yeah, maybe some chicken noodle soup. Dennis, thank you for the $4.44. Thank you very much. Melissa, thank you so much for the $17. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you. Yeah, I would say I kind of see that, and that's exactly why I responded the way I did. So I think you're right with that. Carolina, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you. I'll have to try that as well. That's a good idea. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Carolina. Thank you so much. As well as Alexandria, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. I will hear pretty soon. I will hear pretty soon. Julie, thank you for the $50. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, I think that's the best way to respond in that scenario. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Get some W's for them in the comment section. Thank you so much, Julie. Autumn, thank you for the $1 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm actually not really, because I'm literally sick, so I haven't even really been able to do that. But thank you very much. As well as Doria, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you. Yeah, I thought the same thing. That would be an interesting thing to bring up as well. And then Martravius, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Give some W's for them in the comment section right now. You're totally right with that. You are right with that. You know what? I can say that as well. But it's hard to like tell people specifically, like individually. But hey, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And you know what? I'll definitely make sure to think about that next time I do something like that for the future. Ruben, thank you for the $2 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And then Alicia, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll have to try those. You know, I've heard about those as well, so I'll have to try it. Gabriel, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you. Alrighty, let's get this last person up here for today. About 15 more minutes. I'm gonna cap myself at 15 minutes for sure. So this will be the last person, and they'll only get 15 minutes. If I can't find someone in the next few minutes, I might just call it for tonight. To be honest, so let's just see if we can get someone up here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
20.
Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir.
What's your birth year?
2006.
And what month?
January.
Okay. If the election were held today, Harris versus Trump, who would you rather vote for?
Trump.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Well, I like...
Hello? Oh, they left. Let's go to the next person. Only do send a guest request if you're a Trump supporter above the age of 18. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm a neo-libertarian Flangist.
All right, I'm going to try 3 more people and just call it. Because my voice is getting to a point where I might not be able to continue. We'll try. Alrighty, let's try 3 more people. Yeah, people are saying just call it. You know what? I'm just going to call it. I think that is the smart idea. My voice is kind of fucked right now. I always want to get to that 4-hour point, but I'm just going to call it. That's the smart thing to do. You're right. You guys are right. T, by the way, thank you for the $5 for sending just to make sure that you saw my other one about the Associated Press investigation into the DEA allowing, actually I didn't see this, DEA allowing F-drug into New Mexico. That's crazy. Fine if you didn't. I just want to say, didn't want to say it out loud. I got you. Don't worry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate T. And I'll make sure to look into that. Thank you very much for letting me know. I actually have not seen that yet. So thank you so much. Griselda, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you very much from one sick person to another. Hey, I get you there. I hope you feel better soon. Jeff as well. Thank you for the $10. Thank you very much again. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I think I am at the end of the stream. Thank you everyone for coming through. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. I'm going to rest up. I'm probably going to be on later tomorrow night. Yeah, we'll see. Thank you everyone for coming through. I will see everyone tomorrow. Have a fantastic night, everyone. Good night. If you want to see any of my videos, I recommend to go over on YouTube. You can watch some videos in case you missed anything from today, or you can watch back the VOD from today. Thank you everyone for coming through. I appreciate it. Have a fantastic night, everyone. I'll see everyone later.